Searching the Northwest to bring you the biggest variety in sports. Northwest Television Sports brings you the rejoicing of victory, the frustration of defeat, the drama of competition. This is Northwest Sports.
Northwest Television Sports is proud to bring you Western Oregon University coming up next.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Monmouth, Oregon and MacArthur Field. It is kickoff Saturday, September the 1st on KWVT Channel 17. I'm Matthew Vincente Palumbo. I'm joined alongside by my trusty sidekick, Michael Eugene Brown II. It's a sophomore campaign Chamber of Commerce weather day as Western Oregon takes the field to take on Angelo State and the Rams, Mike. Your favorite team, the Los Angeles Rams, looks like maybe the Division II version of them today.
Yeah, it's a little bit different rooting against the Rams, but yeah, we'll see how that goes today.
Well, Michael, we've had a whole few months off just to kind of like get ready for this, and we know that Western Oregon has talent. We just don't know what talent that they have. 70 returning players for kickoff here today against Angelo State. They obviously have lost Paul Revis, their all-time leader in many statistical categories, gone after his senior season a year ago, and starting Ty Curry now under center, and they will do the run-pass option today. Want to get to some of these things, Mike. We're going to call them brownie points this year. Give me some of your thoughts about what you know about the team so far.
Yeah, the three biggest brownie points that I'll have for this first game of the season, the team wants to get off to a fresh start after losing 20 seniors, a lot of them in important positions, quarterback, receivers especially. It's important that they get going and very up-tempo really quick. The most important group is the wide receiver core. They only have one receiver that seems to have jumped out in the summer camp, being Thomas Wright, and if they can get him going, it could be a really, really good season and have that offense to go.
How are you going to miss somebody like Thomas Wright? We're talking about an absolute, he's 6'6". What an asset to have in the red zone when you throw in the jump ball.
For sure. And the important part is that the rest of the receiver core steps up with the inexperienced players. They need the other players to break out in order for that receiver to not get double teamed a lot of the time. So it's going to be important that the receivers step up. Also on defense, the defensive line has some loss from last year. It's important that the defensive line can step up as well, control the offensive line in order for the linebackers to take control. The linebackers are the heart and soul of the defense.
So it's 0-0. Nobody has a record here today, and that's a nice thing because you have to erase the memories of a 3-8 season a year ago. And Western Oregon in an extremely unique position this year. Their first three contests will all be here in back-to-back-to-back weeks, and then they'll have a fourth game here at the end of September, but really front-loaded, Michael, for this team to get off to a fast start.
For sure. 4 out of the first 5 weeks at home. It's very important that, before the rains start, before everything, especially after we've had this great weather, we want to take advantage of these home games in order for the team to get off to a good start and make it a successful season.
Obviously, the great unknown on the offensive side of the ball will be quarterback Ty Curry. Only saw action at Simon Fraser in an 82-21 blowout last year. But I think on the defensive side of the ball, Michael, your attention will be squarely on number 44. I always want to call him Hightower, but it is Bo Heiberger. It comes across probably as the unquestioned maybe leader of that defensive team. 100 tackles in back-to-back seasons. Now the junior, the true anchor of this defense.
All GNAC player, 2 years. He is the leader, and it's important for the defense. That's what I'm saying. That it's important for the defensive line to step up, especially Isaiah Molden. He's a fifth-year player starting at defensive tackle. He needs to help control that defensive line in order to let Heiberger, Weber, the rest of the linebacker core tear up the field and make some plays.
I'll tell you, Michael, I didn't pay too much attention there, unfortunately, when we were going there on the toss, but it does look like that Western Oregon will be receiving. And I would guess, don't know if they won or lost the toss. I just know they're going to get the first offensive possession of the game, and kicking off for the Rams, who traveled, it looks like by bus. It looks like we saw them pull in today with quite the chariot, but a very, very fit team from the state of Texas, and kicking off will be Connor Flanagan.
team coming from Texas that brought a lot of fans with them too.
Jalen Parnell looks like he's back deep on the far side of the field. Can't quite get a look, but we'll take a look as action gets underway as the 2018 season now officially has begun. It's a low kick, goes out of bounds. It'll be a penalty flag, and Western Oregon will have its first offensive possession of the season and good field position to boot.
Angelo State's plan was to not let the returners do anything, I guess, at the beginning of the season.
Well, it'll be really interesting. The attrition of players basically at any university, it's really felt at the quarterback position. Nick Duckworth and Philip Fanumii platooned a year ago, and now Ty Curry wearing number 14, also once worn by Trey Shimabukuro, who's also on this coaching staff. It's going to be interesting. They say he's a more decisive runner than Philip Fanumii and very physical, and they do plan to run behind Devin Fortier, and to see how vertical they can get with 4 wide receivers on their first offensive play of the season. And they go to the air, but it will be the legs of Curry that'll get him forward for 3 yards and a penalty flag.
Yeah, he took that quick look. Nothing open, so he just dropped it and gained a couple yards. We'll have to see what the flag is on the field.
Well, one of the areas I'm talking with Jason Slowey, who actually used to play in the NFL, was the 199th pick by the San Francisco 49ers, and actually was friends with Randy Moss as I was talking with him before the game, which he said he's exactly the same person that you see on television. He really thought the offensive line was going to come out today, be very physical, that there'd be some running back by committee, because they really do want to try to open up the offense for Ty Curry.
For sure, for sure.
Justin Wright down on the bottom of your screen, all 6'6" of that lanky frame. He's ready maybe to go single coverage now. Nobody over the top and to help, but they'll go to the flat, and they'll pick up a little bit of yardage, but basically back to the line of scrimmage is Angelo State, very disciplined on defense.
That quick pass out right to the receiver. But, yeah, that defense is swarming right now, and it was a gang tackle trying to see if the Western Oregon offense can open itself up early in the game here.
Obviously, the defensive side of the ball for the Rams, it's been very key to them. A year ago in Division II, the Rams actually ran the most offensive play. So obviously this defense is used to getting their offense right back on the field. And it'll be 2nd down and 19 on Western Oregon's 27-yard line. Less than a minute and a bad snap. And Western Oregon, very lucky if they do get this ball back, as Ty Curry mishandles a high snap, and coming out of the pile with the football was Devin Fortier.
Yeah, Fortier quick on the ball there, able to get it, but it does set up 3rd down and very, very, very long. It's going to be a tough 3rd down to convert here on our first drive of the season.
Fortier will be in the backfield. There'll be 3 wide receivers out to the left in this formation. Obviously, you'd like to pick up some chunk yardage here and get some real estate if you are going to have to punt this ball away, not to have to do it from your own zone. It'll be a pass. And Curry rolling out, has a man open. It is caught, and it is swarmed around. Chris Mack with the reception, but it's not even close to a 1st down. And
Number
Western
70
Oregon
from Angelo State must leave the play for 1 game for losing his helmet.
Oh, he has to leave for the game. Usually a play.
It's the ref's first game as well. We're all getting it all taken care of right now. A preseason game, essentially, with it not being a league game. Let's all figure it out today.
Good snap, good kick. Fair catch around the, interesting. Oof. Everybody's a little amped up on day one here.
It doesn't look like it was too bad there. It was just the
Tashani Bibbs with the fair catch for the Rams. Rams will get their first possession after a Midland, it was a fairly good kick. Now Western Oregon will come back out there. Obviously, we'll keep our attention on number 44. Bo Heiberger, and a defensive secondary that has been known to be quite ball hawkish. The Rams will go to the air on their first play, and into the flat. It'll be an open receiver. Best of my knowledge, it looked like Tyrese Nathan coming out of the backfield.
And they're up-tempo, going right at it again.
No huddle, just go. Full throttle from the Rams. Coming from Southwest Texas. It's got to be a cool day for them. Great penetration from that defensive line of Western Oregon as the play gets strung out, and not much gained on second down. It'll bring up 3rd and short for the Rams.
And you see him trying to make it to the outside, but the defense swarms just like they're supposed to, setting up a 3rd and short.
3rd down and 2. Charlie Rotherham in the shotgun. First year starting for this Rams team. Saw a lot of action a year ago. Over the middle and broken up. Great play coming from the linebacking or defensive back position. If he can turn to us, we get a number on it. We might be able to tell you just about who it was.
You see on the replay as he jumps in there.
Joey Ruse?
Joey Ruse was able to get his hand in there. Almost looked like he got there fast, but no call, 3 and out for the defense. A great way to start out the season for the defense.
Arn Ferguson, head coach of the football team, actually been working with the defensive backs, actually mostly delegating a lot of coaching to other players and graduate assistants this year. Arn Ferguson's footprints on this game early as it's a bad kick and field position. Oh, good bounce, wow. For as ugly as that looked in the air, that turned out way better than I think the San Angelo Rams were probably thinking was going to happen there. As it was a very mediocre punt. Western Oregon, though, will have its second possession. Didn't get anything going on the ground or through the air on their first possession. Ty Curry comes back out to lead the offense.
And it's always a game of adjustments, so you see what doesn't work on that first drive, see if you can tweak a few things and get a positive drive going right now.
Curry straight up the middle will hand it off to his running back. Again, trying to see if they can soften up something in the middle, but the Rams defense clusters around Fortier for no gain.
Yeah, just getting stuffed right up the middle there. Again, as both teams are figuring out what the other teams are doing. Right now, both defenses are winning at the line of scrimmage.
Tawan Prince will be at the bottom of your screen wearing number 6, and that number to anybody here is an important number, once worn by Paul Revis. Fake handoff coming from Curry to Fortier. And Curry, they just said, again, more decisive than Fanumi. When he decides to run, he's going to make his decision to run.
Yeah, and he saw there was a lot of penetration already, so he was either way, it looked like it could have been a loss. He tried to make something happen, but it does set up 3rd and about 6 or 7.
We'll make it a full 7 yards here on 3rd down as the Rams want to show a little bit of pressure to the new quarterback. He's flushed out. Penalty flag is down, and Curry is sacked. And right now, you can tell up front the communication is not quite there yet.
Yeah, it was a bad snap as well. Just a little bit to the outside. It made Ty Curry have to already start to scramble right as the play is developing, and it looks like
Well, there's some clapping.
Here.
It could be offsetting, but there's some clapping going on from Western Oregon. Maybe they know something we don't. Maybe a face mask?
The young man that had his helmet come off in the last
There are 2
series.
fouls on the play. Holding on the offense. Number 70. Personal foul, hands to the face. Number 2 on the defense. Those penalties offset, replay 3rd down.
Western Oregon maybe catching a break there with the holding penalty, but then with the contact to the helmet or face mask by Ayo of the Rams, we're going to get a free play here for Western Oregon. Still 3rd and 7, actually 3rd down and 10 at the 21-yard line, needing to get to the 31 for a first down. Out into the flat. And Ty Curry telegraphs that pass, intercepted by Hunter Kyle. Kyle definitely saw that play coming.
Yeah, as a run the slot receiver to the outside real quick, he read it perfectly and was able to step up and intercept that ball.
Great field position now for the Rams on the interception. Rotherham basically around a 55% completion percentage a year ago, about equal amount turnover to touchdown ratio, 6 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Western Oregon's defense, an early test here in the first quarter But right now, the defensive line creating their own pressure, and the sack coming from Anthony Kennison, the defensive lineman wearing the number 91.
And everybody's been happy with Anthony Kennison over the offseason. He's looking to step up as they go right back to play.
Hard for either team to get personnel on and off the field in this up-tempo offense from the Rams. It'll be a quarterback draw designed again, and right now, very stout, disciplined defensive line play coming from the Wolves.
Same general look as the last play where they're looking to run a quick slant, but the defensive backs running the zone are able to cover all the lanes, allowing the defensive line to come up and make a play.
Heiberger on the top right-hand side of your screen, maybe showing some pressure, also calling out the plays on defense, trying to communicate something to his teammates right now. Going to the air, and it's a tip pass, and Western Oregon and their defense right now seems to know exactly what the Rams are trying to do on every single offensive play.
Court Hammond able to get his hands up there, knock the ball down, setting up a 4th down.
Ball's on the 25, Mike. That's going to be a 42-yard field goal attempt. Place kicking today for Angelo State. According to the depth chart, should be Gabe Gridley. But they say it's Connor Flanagan. I'll listen to the public address announcer from now on. Flanagan's kick is up, got plenty of leg, and the indication is good. And Angelo State and the Rams on the board, 3-0. We'll come back for more first quarter action here on KWVT Channel 17. Western Oregon has given up 3 points on a 42-yard Connor Flanagan field goal after the interception that took place that set up the field goal attempt. It was Hunter Kyle picking off Ty Curry, and the Rams offense cashing in with the field goal, giving us our 3-0 score. Mike, can't really get over about how important the beginning of this particular football season is in that unique opportunity to play on the 1st, the 8th, and the 15th here at MacArthur Field. Be at home, have all your routines set in place, and right now, Western Oregon on the defensive side of the ball seems to be clicking, and right now the offense trying to catch up.
And that's all you hope for is if the offense isn't clicking, you're hoping the defense can keep it close until the offense figures it out, and thus far they've been able to do that. Great play by the defense to
low kick again, and it's headed towards going, right on the pylon. That actually constitutes as a touchback. What's going on in the kicking game right now? I mean, these guys from Angelo State,
he made a 42-yard field goal with distance, but couldn't quite keep it on the field there.
It's amazing. Had the really strange punt, a 42-yard field goal, and then he squib kicks it basically and hits the pylon and gives Western Oregon the ball back. They've now had 2 opportunities on offense and really haven't mustered anything on the ground or through the air. Curry trying to make something happen on the previous possession, telegraphing his pass, leading to the interception. Fortier still in the backfield looking for his first big play of the 2018 campaign. Curry's going to go airborne. He's got a man over the top. He's looking for right, and oh my goodness, really, this is a good sign. If this is a harbinger of what's to come, he only had half a step, and he was going to be gone if he caught that football.
Yeah, he's a redshirt freshman, brand new playing time, and he was able to get down the field with man-to-man coverage and almost break that one, but the defensive back was able to get his hand up and just knock it away at the last second.
I think that's always the fun part about these offenses. Like, really, how do you take the cover off and say, here, we're going airborne, we're going to go vertical, and it looks like Curry might have a target that he really likes. Unfortunately, on second down, it is snuffed out by the Ram defense, and the tackle is made by Marcus Jones in the backfield.
Yeah, and as they were running another option play, Ty Curry decided to keep it, but that defensive line on both sides is able to take control right there and set up another 3rd and long for Western Oregon.
Strangely enough, this is kind of how it always maybe starts in any basically sport during the season. Like I said, it seems like both defenses are very ahead of their offenses right now. 3rd and 14, Western Oregon on its own 16, looking to see if they can find some breathing room here in the first quarter. Over the middle, again looking for right. Now it was not right. Actually was looking for Nico Jackson, but the pass too high. And Western Oregon will be punting the ball away again. And a lot of speed I've seen so far from the Rams on both sides of the football. So maybe look for them to put on a block here. They did get pretty close to him, but nothing there. Good kick with a good bounce. Hasn't touched anybody, and Western Oregon will down the ball at the 36-yard line and cover it up on special teams as the Rams come back out on offense, where the quarterback so far hasn't been able to muster much of anything. 1 of 3 for about 4 yards of total offense through the air.
As they're going with that wide open offense, 4 wide, 5 wide, and running these quick passes. Fortunately for Western Oregon, their defense has been able to be in the right position to set their defensive line and make up some plays. We'll see if it happens again this drive.
Rotherham, actually different look, Michael Brown. I see Paul Solons now in the backfield wearing the number 10 for the Rams.
And they go to the running back, Tyrese Nathan, and he's able to get a very short gain.
4 yards picked up on first down, 2nd down and 6 for the Rams offense. A little bit of play action here. Trying to take one over the top. Great catch made by the Rams receiver. Number 3, Kiki Chisholm, basically catches this ball at its apex, and I think it's going to be a defensive penalty right here.
Yeah, oddly, as he throws that ball deep, the defensive back has it timed up perfectly, but the ball is just a little bit underthrown, and it causes
pass interference on the defense. Number 3, that penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
And they're right back on the line of scrimmage again, ready to run a play already as the chain crew tries to keep up with the game.
Having trouble. Yeah, you're right. First game for everybody. Big offensive chunk yardage picked up by the Rams as they're looking to see if they can put more points on the board here in the first quarter. Wide receiver screen definitely was scouted out well by the defense of Western Oregon. Nothing much there on first down.
And they're up to the line of scrimmage again. This is such a fast-paced offense. Their job is to keep it going.
Tashani Beeves with the reception, but movement on the line. Looks like it will be a penalty on the Rams offense as maybe multiple players moving.
And you'll see that
False
sometimes.
start on the offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
You'll see that sometimes on a fast-paced offense that the players aren't set just quite, and they'll get a few penalties at that point.
Pushing the ball back to the 20-yard line, 2nd down and 11. Under 7 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. They're going back to the air. Interception! Western Oregon from the goal line. And now matching interceptions for both defenses. Curtis Anderson, everybody raving about his leadership in that defensive backfield.
As he rolls out, the pass sails over the receiver, and Anderson able to catch that and try to make a play on the return. He is one of the leaders in that defensive backfield and took that opportunity to get a turnover. Again, the Western Oregon defense keeping control of the game, even against this fast-paced offense, holding the team to just 3 points.
Solons airmails it. An easy interception for Curtis Anderson. Anderson, 3 interceptions a year ago and already has his first here in the first quarter of the first game of this season. Fortier now finally gets a block and looking to get to the edge. Hit extremely hard. Actually, it's Nico Jackson. Nico Jackson will be wearing the number 7. A much different look than Fortier, maybe a little bit more physical.
And the safety, it looks like he has a chance to do something, but the safety just came out of nowhere. It makes a big play, stopping it at just a 1-yard gain when it looked like he could have got something out of that play.
Caleb Tingstad coming back at the tight end position. Michael, you got to think right now Curry needs to find somebody who's a safety valve, maybe across the middle, maybe look for some tight end play.
For sure, and some basic short passes like right now, just to get him set up, get him in a groove, try to open up some of those big plays for Thomas. Thomas, right?
Yeah, Ty Curry with a little bit of a roll out there. Not much picked up. It'll be 3rd and long. Western Oregon not in the enviable position to have much play calling to do when it's 3rd and long on your first several possessions of the first quarter.
Yeah, in a play like that where they're running just 2 receivers in the pass pattern, it's tough to pick anything up. Hope you get lucky and have it break open, but sets up a 3rd and long.
Be 3rd and 5 for Western Oregon's offense. Curry is going to have to go to the air. Now makes the decision to run. He's got room to go, and he's got plenty of room for a first down. Moving the ball to midfield. Hangs onto the ball after almost coughing it up. Ty Curry. Like we said when we were talking in the pregame, Michael Brown, I will order the number 14, Ty Curry.
Yeah, he'll take that ball and drop and take it. But when he sees somebody, he slows down and is able to just make a couple of juke plays right there, and then pushes the receiver, loses the ball, able to hold on again, finish off that fantastic play down the 40-yard line.
Great 3rd down and a bad snap, and now Ty Curry is going to he picks up the ball, and he'll fall. And I got to tell you something, what you don't want to do, and he did get hit very hard there, they don't have the luxury of watching Ty Curry take too many hits like that.
For sure. The center is new this year, Jacob Pruitt. He switched over from guard. They said he had a very good summer camp, so you're hoping he gets back on that. But with the long snap there, the play falls apart right away, and
loss of 8. It'll bring up 2nd down and 18, Michael. And right now, I mean, Ty Curry is kind of giving you a little bit of the good and the bad right now, and obviously having some trouble with those snaps. See if they can get that taken care of and cleaned up. Curry will hand the ball off on 2nd down. And again, both of these interior lines for the Rams and the Wolves right now seem to be very well coached.
Yeah, they're not giving anything up. They try to run it right up the middle there, hoping to set up a decent 3rd down attempt. Unfortunately, it's stuffed right at the line, and it sets up another very long 3rd down.
Obviously, the Rams here today, Michael, have spent a lot of time in Western Oregon's territory. Finally, the Wolves now on the other side of the field trying to see if they can even it up or even take the lead. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Curry will go to the air, looking left, now back to the middle. And it's a reception made by Isaiah Arejo.
And he looks like he's injured right on that hit right away. It's a very tough hit as he sees him open.
My time for injury.
You don't see why, but he calls to the sideline right away after he hits the ground.
Timeout for a TV timeout.
Cannot tell exactly where that injury is. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back and get you an update on KWVT, Channel 17. Western Oregon, number 17, Areju, made the reception, immediately calls to the sideline, has the training staff out to take a look at him right now, and right now have not been able to identify the exact nature of the injury, but it seems to be that it might be on the rather serious side as they're taking taking all the precautions and time that is needed to make sure that he's all right. Western Oregon has had some troubles on offense. Ty Curry throwing an early interception that led to the field goal from the Rams, and then Ty Curry showing what he can do with his legs on a 40-plus yard run, moving the ball into Rams territory. As the ball is marked right now, it is 4th down and 4, and Areju's coming off the field, and they are not letting him put any pressure on his right leg whatsoever.
Yeah, it's unfortunate on that play. The offensive line did a great job. He ran a great route and was able to get open in the middle, but unfortunately he comes up with the injury on this first half of the season.
Adrian Saldana's not going to come in for a 52-yard attempt, so it will bring up 4th and 4. Western Oregon on the Rams' 35-yard line, trying to threaten to keep this drive alive as the clock will continue to run near 3.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and Ty Curry looking to pick up a crucial 3rd down to keep the drive and the chains moving as he looks to the sideline. Now 10 seconds remaining on the play clock, a little bit of confusion, but everybody being patient. Now moving to 5, 4. Curry then going to the air, looks out to the right, has a man open, and it is caught. I got to tell you, Mike, this is like catching something out of thin air.
Most definitely, because I thought it was intercepted.
So did I. I mean, this is an amazing catch.
As you see him go down there, he just drops it in there perfectly. The receiver makes a great catch, holds on to it.
First down and down the 14-yard line. Nico gets the ball again, nothing there. The reception for the first down was made by Ryan Reynolds, not the actor, but the wide receiver for Western Oregon.
And this is what they've been talking about from the offseason, waiting for these receivers to step up and make great plays, and Ryan Reynolds did it just there.
Thomas Wright at the bottom of your screen, wearing number 11, will be a primary target in this part of the field as they roll in that direction. Curry squares his shoulders. He's going to reverse field, running the football, takes a vicious hit to the shoulder pads, but he will get inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, as he looks on the field, he doesn't see anybody open. He had some man-to-man, but he didn't take the throw, but he was able to get a positive gain out of that for about 5 yards, setting up the 3rd and 4.
Fortier and Nico Jackson now are going to flank Ty Curry in the backfield. 3rd and 6 on the 10-yard line. Wolves will need to get to the 4-yard line to keep this drive moving. The run pass option there off the left side, Michael, and nothing happening.
Yeah, with the fake to the up running back, trying to hope that you get the defense going that way, but the defense didn't bite, and it sets up a 4th and short. It looks like they're sending the field goal kicker out.
Adrian Saldana will have a nice 27-yard attempt to even up the score here in the first quarter. Saldana, a solid place kicker for Western Oregon a year ago. Good snap. Saldana gets the kick. It is up, and it is no good. It is wide right, and the Rams will inherit the ball on this field goal attempt, but they will be deep in their own territory. Kind of a bummer there, Michael, as Ty Curry kind of showed the flashes that they can see on the ground and through the air, but Saldana cannot cap it off with a short field goal.
For sure, and it's been really interesting seeing two wide open offenses, and right now we're at a 3-0 score. Expecting more points from these teams, but the defenses have been playing great on both sides.
Curtis Anderson, wearing number 3, had the interception. He's on the bottom left-hand side of your screen in the backfield, the defensive backfield, as they are going to keep Payne Solons out on the field. And Solons will go directly to the air, has a wide open receiver in Lawson Ayo, but Ayo basically only picks up a yard or 2 on the play.
Yeah, they send Andrew Weber on the blitz that play, adding pressure to the quarterback. He throws it out real quick, but the defensive backs stepping up as they have all game so far, keeping it to a short gain of just 3 yards.
Yeah, Ayo definitely seems to be somebody they like to fix their eyes on in this offense, wearing number 2. And it was a designed quarterback run, and Solons will get to the outside.
Yeah, Solons gets to the outside, he makes a man miss, and it gives him an open field to gain the yards needed for the first down.
Chains move, ball be out at the 24-yard line, and they'll blow it dead again. It's amazing, Mike. They don't take any time.
False start on the offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
I have to imagine the Angelo State coaches have been teaching their kids all summer to have discipline in these. With this offense running so fast, they have to be set, and twice they've been called for penalties because of being offsides.
First down and 15 on the Rams' 25-yard line, leading 3-0 here late in the first quarter. Solon's looking to get big yardage here. Receiver slips when cutting back. Pass intended for Kiki Chisholm.
Yeah, Chisholm was just running a curl down the field, but they were just off.
Western Oregon maybe can dial up a little bit of defensive pressure here as a passing down. Screen is set up, but it is a swarm of scarlet red numbers and gray uniforms all around the intended target.
Unfortunately, we have another injury for Western.
My time for an injury.
Can we see who is on the backside there that is down? Holding his hand for what we can see right now.
Yeah, it looked like Skylar O'Brien was first on that play to make a hit, get that tackle.
Unfortunately, from earlier on in the game, it looks like Isaiah Abreu is going to be carted off the field. They have brought out the medical services. I hope everything is okay. If we learn anything about the condition of Abreu, we will definitely pass on that information. But thoughts with him is he looks like he suffered a right leg injury. 3rd and 18. Western Oregon's defense been very good in this first quarter. Sullins in the backfield. Has a man over the middle and a great hit. And where they mark this is going to depend on what's going to happen. James Rutledge really took a lick.
Yeah, and they took a lick enough to drop the ball, actually, so it sets up a fourth
wow.
down.
Wow, that was a bang play right there. 13 seconds remaining. It'll be 4th and 15, and the Rams will have to punt the ball away, and Western Oregon maybe a chance here to do something special on special teams. Obviously, we were used to calling out Paul Revis's name, waiting for these punts a year ago, but a much better kick here from the Rams, sending Western Oregon deep back into their own territory. But the speedster making a few moves, cutting to the outside, now into midfield. Unbelievable play from Ryan Reynolds. We have ourselves a new little jackrabbit named Ryan Reynolds.
And as he gets to the outside, he's able to get down the field, and blocks were just coming from left and right.
That is the end of the quarter.
Great play to end the first quarter.
We'll be back.
The 44-yard line going in.
We'll see you for the second quarter here on KWVT, Channel 17. Everybody, welcome back wherever you are joining us, however you are joining us on KWVT Channel 17, Comcast Channel 318, or if you are live online and watching us, great to have you here on opening day and kickoff Saturday for Western Oregon. I think offensive football might have been set back several years. There wasn't a lot. It wasn't prolific. But the Rams and San Angelo are able to put 3 points on the board and capitalize on an early turnover from Western Oregon. And Ty Curry throwing an interception. Story of the first quarter maybe for Western Oregon is a couple of injuries, and we're going to keep our eyes and ears peeled to any news that we hear on that. Fortier will get the opening play of the second quarter. He'll pick up a few yards on first down.
Trying to just run it to the outside there. But the defense there again, as they have been all day, able to set up a 2nd and long.
Yeah, I mean, Western Oregon dominates time of possession in the first quarter. 9 minutes and 50, almost 10 minutes, 2/3 of the quarter. And Curry on, again, a design run. Michael, some things I'm liking and not liking about what they're doing with Curry, and part of it is the exposure that he has being the quarterback. He's taken a few big hits today.
Well, he thinks he's part running back, it looks like, and but he's able to make a play. It's got to be tough. I mean, if you're going to run the run-pass option, any kind of option, the quarterback's got to be able to take a hit.
Committed Western Oregon is obviously to the run. 11 carries in the first quarter between Nico, Fortier, and Curry, only net 30 total yards on the ground for this rushing attack of Western Oregon. A minute gone here in the first quarter, 3rd down and 4. Pass is behind the intended target, but the first down will be picked up as apparently 4 people trying to tackle someone does not designate a dead ball.
Yeah, I guess the referees thought he was still going forward, but but either way, he is able to pick up a first down on that play.
Illegal formation.
Never mind.
On the offense, 5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay 3rd down.
Well, Ty Curry finally gets something in rhythm, and he's going to be nullified because of an illegal formation. 5 people in the backfield, according to the referee. Now 3rd and 9 on the 38-yard line.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because they were able to get that first down. You just hope that the offense is able to convert again right after that penalty.
Curry in a throwing situation again. Goes out to the outside, almost the same exact play, just not for the first down.
But the refs did blow the whistle really quick this time.
Again, we said it's the first game. Everybody's just trying to get themselves basically together. Anthony Bradley with the reception.
And it looks like they're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Interesting play here. 4th and 4. Arn Ferguson rolling the dice here early in the second quarter, trailing by a field goal. Curry looking to the right, has a man open, but ends up overthrowing his target. Fortier had to be about 3 times as tall to catch that ball.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it looked like he could have tried to tuck the ball and run for the first down and saw somebody open, but wasn't able to get it down the field to him, unfortunately.
Bo Heiberger and the Western Oregon defense back on the field. Curtis Anderson will be at the top of your screen. Always keeping your eyes on number 3. Had an interception in the first quarter that helped lead Western Oregon to get great field position, only to end in Adrian Saldana missing a field goal. And the defensive line for Western Oregon penetrating into the backfield, and it will be a loss of yardage on first down.
Again, the defensive line, that's what they were hoping for, to be able to make stops, and they have been thus far.
Rotherham in the backfield hasn't had much come through the air yet, but he's going over the top right now. Great defense from Western Oregon, basically using the sideline as a secondary defender, and not much of a play there for the Rams offense.
Just a straight pass down the field. It was man-to-man, so whoever can get it, but it was overthrown for the cornerback and the wide receiver on that play.
3rd and 10 on the 38. Western Oregon showing some signs that they might like to blitz on this play. 4 down linemen. And a very well-designed play, a good pocket for the Rams offense, and it will be enough yardage to pick up a first down and move the ball into Western Oregon territory, Michael.
Yeah, he was able to get to the outside, even with 2 DBs there, able to get a first down.
Charlie Rotherham back in as a starter. First big chunk yardage coming out of the backfield. Great moves by Tyrese Nathan as he slices and dices, but there is laundry on the field, and it is in the backfield in the vicinity of a hold.
Yeah, and their first big run play that they've had this afternoon. It looks like there was some
block below the waist. Number 62 of the offense. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
Clayton Hagee getting called for the block below the knees.
Nullifying a big play by the running back there. Both teams seem to be a little bit off. It's the first game of the season. We're going to see a little bit of this, unfortunately, right now.
I think what's interesting, and maybe I'm reading way too much into this, but I know it's very warm in Texas, and this is a very cool conditions. They're going to be a pretty well-oiled machine when it comes to their fitness. I wonder how Western Oregon is going to fare today with this up-tempo offense that they've been going up against. And the defense hasn't been on the field all that much, but the number of plays can take its toll.
For sure.
Rotherham now has 1st and 20, moving back across midfield. Rotherham's going to run himself, but not much room. He slides to the ground as headhunting was definitely in place as the quarterback was exposed on the outside, and Rotherham doesn't get much, if anything.
See the difference between him and Curry. He decided to just go down right away. He didn't need that extra yard.
It's a pickup of 3 for the Rams offense. Rolling to his right, Rotherham has a man open and then read quite well by the defensive back for Western Oregon, and a big breakup there. Would have been close to a first down had the pass been completed.
Yeah, as they ran that about the same play they got a first down on last time, running the receiver to the outside. But I believe his Parnell was able to step up and get his hand in there and knock the ball away, setting up a 4th down.
Everybody on the coaching staff very high on Parnell this year and his evolution as a defensive football player for this Wolves defense.
My apologies, 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd down and 17. Rotherham is flushed out of the pocket. He is going to run. He'll go out of bounds. And again, very, very good fundamentals coming from the defensive line, linebacking core, and the defensive backs of Western Oregon. Great communication as the quarterback has nowhere to go. And Ryan Reynolds, the new Energizer Bunny, will be at his own 10-yard line receiving Gridley's punt.
Give Weber a lot of credit on that play. He was able to contain the quarterback, and the quarterback wouldn't throw the ball.
Another low kick. And it's a chance for Reynolds to go. Reynolds goes right up the middle and then is met by a committee of white jerseys and taken down suddenly.
But even with that, you like the look of Ryan Reynolds as a returner to replace Revis. If he has some blocks in front of him, you think he can make some plays as the season goes along.
Western Oregon offensively today has spent much of its time, unfortunately, inside its own 20. Has not really established any interior presence on the offensive line where the big guys up there really set the tone. Fortier yet to get his rhythm. Curry is in the shotgun. Fortier had a lane, but it was literally swallowed up by the Rams defense.
And it's got to be getting frustrating for the offense, especially the running backs, when they see a hole there, but it's closing up as that Angelo State defense is able just to swarm together every play.
Tyler Sweet will be in the slot on the top of your screen wearing number 88. And Thomas Wright, the 6'6" lanky wide receiver. Fortier will get the handoff on the left side. Again, any lane that they're seeing or any avenue that they think they are able to run to, if they don't put their foot down and go there, Rams defense seems to be waiting and ready.
Yeah, until the offensive passing game opens up, they're just going to be able to put a lot more guys in the box and keep these offensive runs very short gains.
Angelo State forcing another 3rd and long for this Western Oregon offense. Ty Curry will have to pick up 7 yards and move the ball to the 17. Curry has a man over the middle, and it is caught, and it looks like it's going to be very close to a first down. From our angle, Thomas Wright with the reception.
Yeah, he's got a pocket. He's able to sit back, find the open receiver, and gain that first down. They're right back on the ball.
Penalty flag down, and it just seems to be just a lack of continuity and discipline that just isn't quite there. And it's a timing issue, and I think it is a little bit of just first game. Get it out of your system.
False start on the offense, number 11. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Tough for Wright to get right back up after that. He picks up the first down, and then they are calling a play, and unfortunately the false start will back Western Oregon up again.
Yeah, you'd hope just the first game, and they'll get more discipline as the game goes along.
Curry surveys the field. He looks out to the left into the flat immediately. Catch made by Chris Mack. Chris Mack wanted to turn that thing upfield and see if he could get his legs churning, but the Rams defense able to take him down.
Again, both defenses so far today have played spectacular, not allowing any of the playmakers to get to the outside or anything and make a long play, except for that one big play at the beginning of the quarter.
Yeah. Really everything's kind of been kept right in between the hash marks and in the interior so far. 2nd and 7. Curry now going to his right. He's in trouble, and he is sacked. He literally was enveloped by Marcus Jones.
He's looking down the field to see if he can find an open receiver, but just great coverage down the field. Allowed a sack on the
just defense. A bull rush coming from the defensive end position, and Marcus Jones forcing another 3rd and long. And I have to say, it is kind of a recipe for disaster for Western Oregon. They struggled mightily a year ago on 3rd down conversions, and now facing 3rd and 18. Curry in trouble again, and he will be sacked a 2nd consecutive time. And it is a 2nd consecutive sack for Marcus Jones.
Again, coverage down the field. Nobody's getting open for Curry to get down the field. And the pocket collapses because he did have a little bit of time to try to make a play on that play.
Obviously, got to be frustrating on the offensive side of the ball right now, Michael, as they're going to be punting from their own end zone. And the Rams are looking maybe to put more points on the board and realize that they do inherit that kickoff at the beginning of the second half. So this is a very pivotal point in the second quarter. Low kick is fielded by the Rams. Great coverage. There's a late flag. Don't know what that's going to be. Tashani Bibbs, a couple of receptions on the day, receiving the punt from Western Oregon. Ball marked just inside the 50. It looks like around the 49.
We'll wait for the penalty here.
During the return, illegal block in the back on number 4 of the returning team. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Here's a name for you. Gilbert Gildersleeve III with the penalty.
Not a penalty you want to get, although he didn't negate any kind of big play on that.
Yeah, I mean, Gildersleeve with the infraction takes the Rams now back inside their own territory, and they'll be marked at the 41
Correction, that is a 10-yard penalty.
Referees conferring and doing math. I think that was either subtraction by addition or addition by subtraction, but Charlie Rotherham and this Rams offense has only put 3 points on the board. Back on the field again. Wide receiver screen, very well designed, as Kiki Chisholm will move the ball near midfield.
Chisholm able to make one person miss, get an extra couple of yards as Worf comes up and makes a play.
Well, definitely a quick play designed to catch Western Oregon napping. Tyrese Nathan up the middle will move the chains into Western Oregon territory. And this high-tempo offense of the Rams trying to click here late in the second quarter. Rolling out.
Yeah, they're just trying to catch the defense slipping at this point. You know, as they run these quick plays, if somebody's not in the right position, they'll try to take advantage of it. They haven't been able to so far, but it's interesting to watch.
Lawson Ayo with the reception. Seems to be they like to follow those plays up. And why wouldn't you? When Tyrese Nathan basically gets shot out of, he's like a bullet shot right up the middle, picks up another first down. That's back-to-back first downs for the running back. And the Rams now trying to pounce down the field quickly. Nathan will get it back again, cut into the middle of the field, and he's going to pick up 3 straight first downs.
I was a St. Louis Rams fan, now a Los Angeles Rams fan, and the greatest show on turf didn't run plays this fast.
Timeout, Western Oregon.
Western
That is
Oregon.
their first timeout.
Western Oregon need to catch their breath. We'll be back for the remainder of the second quarter here on KWVT, Channel 17. Welcome to continuing coverage of the kickoff opener here at MacArthur Field. Michael Brown, you were saying how many plays has Angelo State run here in the first half?
Just 25 very quickly.
Yes, very quickly.
It is a very fast-paced offense.
First down and 10 on the 25-yard line. And there, if it ain't broke, man, don't fix it. I mean, pounding the ball with Lloyd Howard III. And they're right back at it, Michael. I mean, they literally reset inside of 3 seconds. And here comes the penalty flags again. Maybe you can't do it that fast. Interesting.
False start on the offense. Number 78, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Yeah, you wonder if, as you were saying, the Texas team able to handle this weather, but can the offensive linemen, the big guys, handle this this speed, up-tempo offense, as we see a few offsides penalties on the offensive line.
Andre Gillette, the best a man can get with the penalty there on the Rams offense. Third, it'll be second down and 9 on the 24-yard line. Interesting combination here. It looks like they have one of their other quarterbacks, Carson Cook, in the game, who had the reception there, number 8.
And if he's an athlete, as he is, you see him try to get outside and make some plays, but the defense able to step up.
That was Lloyd Howard, I apologize, number 11.
Able to step up and causing a third down here. Or they're only 1 for 5.
5 yards needed here on the 20-yard line for the Rams offense. Rotherham has a man open, but a great open field tackle made by, can we see? Coming back up and into the play was Tyler Wharf. Wharf we haven't called, but I know that Heiberger gets all the attention, but Wharf is somebody they're very, very high on, as it's 4th and 2, and the Rams offense now showing a little bit of a different wrinkle here. Big play. Oh, it's a pitch and a sweep play. And I got to give it to Western Oregon. Great penetration coming from the outside, not allowing Howard III to get to the mark.
And a swarming defense, you had a couple of guys miss, and the rest of the defense was able to come up and make that stop, causing a turnover on downs.
I know it's a different game, Michael, but it's tough sometimes when you go out there and you're a pitcher, basically, and you pitch a bunch of strikes, and your team won't get any runs for you. And that's kind of how it feels right now. The Western Oregon defense is pitching a flawless first half, except for the field goal that was basically made to happen based on the field position of the interception of Ty Curry. This offense needs to repay the favor now. With 4 minutes and 21 seconds on their own 15-yard line, Western Oregon has not scored here yet in the first half. Curry goes right to the air, and finally a little bit of room. But there's not much picked up. Maybe 2 yards is picked up by Tyler Sweet.
Yeah, Sweet gets to the outside, but you see the speed from the Angelo State defense able to get over there and make that play. But it is a positive game.
Clock continues to roll, under 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Curry's got time, but he's flushed out and gets it away. It'll give us a chance to remind everybody, please don't go anywhere at halftime. We will have a State of the Western Oregon University campus live with President Rex Fuller. A great conversation set for halftime. President Fuller now 3 full years in as a great leader of this institution at Western Oregon University. Going to talk to us about a myriad of subjects, construction projects, and some exciting things happening here in Monmouth at Western Oregon University. Curry and the offense in a long situation again at 3rd and 8. Curry's going to have to run the ball, and he takes a quick hit, and he goes down pretty quick.
Yeah, he's looking for a very quick pass, and he doesn't see it, and he tucks the ball and tries to make the play on his own. Unfortunately, the defense is stepping up every time. And I'm sure their defense is just as upset that their offense isn't scoring as well.
Angelo State. That is their first timeout of the half.
We'll step away for a quick break, and we'll have the punt upon our return here on KWVT, Channel 17. Western Oregon in their offense, maybe to say politely, is struggling. 4th down and 3 on their own 22-yard line, and the Wolves are going to have to kick it away again to this Rams offense and probably give them some fairly good field position. Good high over in punt, and the Rams will receive the ball right around midfield, and a wonderful tackle. Textbook by Jalen Parnell. Just put the wood down.
And as much as the offense is struggling, the
Number 29 for Angelo State must leave the game for one play for losing his helmet.
Hey, see, he's improving. Now he just has to leave the play for one game. Now I'm not winning the game, just a play. Good job. Well, here we go again, Mike. I mean, it is quarterback by committee. Is it Sullins or is that Rotherham? It's Sullins back there again, and I think Sullins has a big arm. He's had one really nice reception to one of his cohorts there on the wide receiving core as they'll go right back to work.
I want to wait for the replay, but it never comes. It's not possible.
We can't get a replay because they're too fast. I tell you, man, I'm impressed with Tyrese Nathan. He is a tough, tough runner.
As they keep running right up the middle, trying to get these quick 4-yard plays, 5-yard plays, as they set up a 3rd and short now.
It's the exact opposite of the offense right now that Western Oregon operating underneath. Rams offense has had a lot of third and short situations. Oh, no. Solon's trying to buy a foul here, but I don't think he's going to get it. He fell to the ground in a sliding play that got him the first down, and I think that was not an intentional.
And they set up 4th down and short.
Wow. Interesting mark right here. This could be a nice little
It looks like they're bringing the special teams out. Yeah, Heiberger had some great penetration on that play. And as he got to the outside, he slid, so they're not going to give him that forward progress. It's from where he slid. And unfortunately for Angelo State, it sets up a 4th and short.
Well, Gabe Gridley has seen enough of the field, too, punting the ball away. I think this is his 5th punt. Ryan Reynolds going to be inside of his 10-yard line. Fairly good angle kick by Gridley. And again, Western Oregon inside its own 20-yard line. And Ty Curry has not been able to really find the right recipe for this Western Oregon offense so far. And it'll be interesting to see what adjustments they are going to have to make, because I think they are committed very much to running the football, and so far have not really found the openings or lanes to do that against this Angelo State defense.
Yeah, you're hoping these option plays will pop open either way with the quarterback or the running back one of these times. But the defense has been very solid all day. They're not letting anybody get open.
A very square-looking number 23, Omari Land, is in the backfield for the first time today for Western Oregon. Going over the top is Curry, and Curry wanted very badly to have his receiver on more of a post pattern than just a fly.
Yeah, he was letting that one fly. It was man-to-man again. Just hoping that the receiver will be able to make a play at that time, but there was some miscommunication on the route for sure.
Yeah, Chris Mack definitely was just streaking down the field. And Curry threw something to the inside or towards the middle of the field. Curry now 2nd and 10. He'll go right back to the air. And a very, very good catch, as he seems to have started a little bit of chemistry here with Chris Mack.
Yeah, as Chris Mack runs that out, it almost looks like it's going to be the same type of interception from the first quarter.
Yeah.
But it was a complete pass.
Curry goes right back now over the middle. It's caught. Sorry, I had a nice pull right in the middle of my way, Michael, so had to look for you for confirmation on that catch as the ball moves out to the 30-yard line. Now a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Wolves trailing by 3, 2nd down and 2. Curry goes up top, puts some hang time underneath it. And I'm just going to say it, Michael, and I know you can kick me after the game, but I'll get it out of my system. On a ball like that, I would love to see somebody like Paul Revis, because it's the kind of thing you probably would pull out of nowhere.
Most definitely, and that's what you're waiting for these receivers to step up. The quarterback likes to throw that deep ball and try to drop it in there. And it was very close, but unfortunately they weren't able to come up with the snag.
The clock has stopped with 56 seconds. 3rd down and 2. Western Oregon needing to pick up 3 yards here on 3rd down. And again, some miscommunication, as Wright was the intended target. Yeah, 1 step forward, 2 steps back so far in this first half for the offense. Western Oregon has definitely got a lot of new faces, and you can sense that on the offensive side of the ball today, as they just have not found the communication rhythm that they need to get consecutive first downs.
Yeah, you just hope you see that it's close with some of these plays, especially with Thomas. They just need to actually connect.
Keith Henson, the 2nd, back deep. He fields the punt. Yeah, I guess he called for a fair catch. He'll take it right around the 39-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining for the Angelo State Rams, as all they've been able to muster is 3 points via a field goal in the first quarter, coming on the back end of a Western Oregon interception.
I'm starting to have to change my mind. I thought this was going to be a shootout.
So
now I'm saying, like, these are some very fantastic defenses going after each other right now. So
I like that. Very fantastic defenses. 46 seconds remaining in the first half, and what's really turned out to be a defensive dogfight between the Rams and the Wolves. And the Rams hanging on to that three-point lead. Solons goes forward and gets rocked. Goes back to the original line of scrimmage.
Isaiah Molden, the nose tackle, making a great plays as they want him to do all season.
Solon's looking for a big strike. Is that intercepted? He got 1 foot in. Great play again, and I think you know who it is. That's Curtis Anderson, everybody.
Curtis Anderson reading the play right away. The pass is overthrown, and he sees it and just snags it out of the air.
Tippy toes. Very nice play from Curtis Anderson.
Holding on the defense.
Oh.
Number 15, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And that's why there was no receiver in that area.
Jacob Cantola is probably not going to like the film on that play at all. Anderson, I was ready to say, he was like, hey, man, he only had 3 interceptions. He's already got 2 today. But, again, scratch that as the holding penalty on the Wolves gives new life to this Rams offense. 2 timeouts, 24 seconds remaining, and a fresh set of downs. Solons wants to go up over the top again. Throwing up for a jump ball, but again, the sideline acting as a defender, and Western Oregon with great coverage and some pressure on the quarterback.
Which they needed because he actually had a very good pass on that one, putting it right on the sideline. The only person that was going to be able to catch that was his receiver. But great job by the DBs. They're able to knock it away.
Solons will look out to the flat. Really just a timing play and very smartly done. Heiberger does have the tackle.
They probably thought they were going to get a bigger play out of that, but Heiberger there just to eat it up. And
Bibbs with the reception. The 6-yard reception will bring up 3rd and 4. 12 seconds remaining in the first half. Over the middle is caught. And there'll be a quick timeout called here by the Rams. We'll keep it here.
Timeout. Angelo State. That is their second timeout.
Michael, as we kind of getting ready, I mean, we'll have President Fuller up here in just a minute. I'm sure he's probably skedaddling his way up the stairs right now. I don't know what you have to say. I mean, you would almost go into halftime right now and sit the offensive down and might actually say, like, look, we're going to start from square one. And then on the defensive side of the ball, like, hey, guys, whatever you're doing, you don't need to change a thing. Just keep up the intensity, keep up the composure and discipline. But offensively right now, they seem lost.
And again, it's because of penalties. It's because of drop passes, overthrown passes, running backs not finding holes right now. And what we need to find out is it because the offense is struggling or is it because the defense is very good and able to make some stops right here?
This ball's on the 29-yard line. You have to think with 5 seconds it probably is a last play of the first quarter, and they are bringing out a kicker. Marking it up, it would be a 46-yard field goal. Flanagan already hit a 42-yarder in the first quarter, seeing if they can double their lead.
Now we'll play the timeout game.
Timeout. Western Oregon. That is their second timeout.
Trying to freeze that kicker right now.
I mean, interestingly enough right now, I mean, Jason Slowey I can see on the sideline right now, the linebackers coach, obviously has high praise for that entire linebacking core, and they've done a great job keeping a lot of things in front of them, and obviously that bend but don't break mentality right now. Western Oregon doing everything they can to stave off any more points going on the board. And I would consider it a victory even though you'd be behind 3-0. They've had some opportunities, this Rams offense, to really, really open this game up, but Western Oregon stepping up when needed.
Yeah, I mean, 100% the Western Oregon defense has dominated the Angelo State offense this first half. Even though it's very flashy and looks like they're getting up and down the field, the defense is holding strong.
Flanagan stays on the field, so the intention is that this will be the final play of the first half. This is unreal. Like, I don't even understand. Is it really that important?
Timeout.
I think they said something about
Western
trying
Oregon.
to get
That is their third and final timeout.
that song from the Frozen movie stuck in the kicker's head. I don't know exactly how the timeouts work or something.
I was going to say, I mean, I've heard of icing somebody, but I mean, this is Maybe, I mean, there's nothing, it's not like a special play for the defense. It's like, hey, man, we're going to see. But, Arn Ferguson, has a chance to talk to these, to these kids. And, again, high praise for both teams, actually, like we said. Very, very good defensive teams right now.
I'm also excited about these timeouts because it actually gives us a play in between the Angelo State plays. There's some time to catch up here.
Contemplate. You said you wanted to take a nap. So it's like
that was off the camera. What do you
yeah. Hey, by the way, it's like a casino. Everybody's watching.
Fair enough.
Connor Flanagan back again for a 46-yard field goal attempt. We might actually see a snap this time. Here comes the snap. The kick is up, and there is not enough leg there, and that will end the first half in a very low-scoring affair where the defenses basically have a heavyweight fight, and it'll be the Angelo State Rams leading by a field goal, 3-0 over Western Oregon. We will step away for a short break here on KWVT 17, but we'll be right back with President Rex Fuller of Western Oregon University and our State of the Campus conversation. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to halftime here at MacArthur Field in Monmouth, Oregon. I hope you recognize this man. We've had the pleasure now of a third season. I know you've had 3 full years here on campus, but it is President Rex Fuller. It's great to see you again.
Matt. Good to see you.
It's been a long time since we talked, obviously, last fall, but I guess I like to leave it to you to open up. It's a state of the campus basically addressed right now for you to talk to everybody about what's going on at Western Oregon.
Well, thanks, Matt. It's great to have a kickoff weekend on the Labor Day weekend and have the community turn out in great numbers before our students get back in full swing. We're in the midst of a number of key projects. Building projects are evident on campus, but we're also doing some exciting work with the curriculum. And a new Gen Ed design will be going on this year. Faculty will be working hard about creating something that's exciting for our incoming class in fall 19. We're working hard with our community college partners for transfer pathways and seeing good results with regard to new students and the transfer numbers right now.
It's always had the reputation for being a school that you come to get educated and to help new fellow educators. Talk to me about what you kind of envision that program to look like.
Well, the Gen Ed program will actually get to the point where students will be able to finish within 180 credits, which is the minimum you need to get a degree. So we're kind of right-sizing the programs. We're creating some first-year experience programs.
Saldana ready to kick off for Western Oregon, and the Rams must have won, I'm guessing. Or excuse me, I think Western Oregon probably won the toss earlier in the game, and they elected to take it. And the Rams leading 3-0, big kick. And they decide to take it out 4 yards deep. And there is a lane to run, and now only one man to beat. Turning it upfield, big run coming from the Rams and their special teams, Larry Johnson. And I'm not talking about your grandmama.
Grandmama.
That's number 7, Larry Johnson. If he doesn't find the sideline or the kicker, he's going for pay dirt.
Yeah, and give credit to Saldano, able to get over there and make a stop, at least slow him down and let the rest of the special teams catch up. But we had the same situation where Angelo State's setting up with good field position again.
53-yard, I guess you could say 57. He took it 4 yards deep in the end zone. So a wonderful kickoff return for the Angelo State Rams. Only the second meeting between these two teams. It was in 1978 at Angelo State at that time. And same with Western Oregon, were NAIA schools. They were not even Division II foes.
Delay game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Somebody didn't wake up the offense. They must have taken a nap.
Yeah, you see a lot of people wearing those 40th anniversary of that first matchup shirts out around in the crowd today.
Actually, what I'm actually shocked about, Michael, and it's kind of cool, fairly large contingent came from Angelo State or came from Texas to see this game. Texas football is part religion. Well, I'll tell you, they have found a real player in Tahani Bibbs. Bibbs is kind of been a one-man wrecking crew on the outside. Lots of catches for first downs today.
And give Roos, the safety, some credit for jumping up in the middle there and making a tackle.
9 yards on the pickup for Bibbs. It'll be 2nd down and 6 already in Western Oregon's territory on the 43-yard line. Rotherham will go in, nice skinny slant. Chisholm with the reception. Chisholm and Bibbs, a 1-2 lethal combo for the Rams offense, coming out and picking up big yardage on special teams, and now their receiving core inflicting their influence on this game. Back to the ground, Tony Jones doesn't get much on the left side.
That same thing, first down on a pass play, and then they go to the quick run play. It's stopped by the Western defense.
Rotherham's going to go to the flat. He fakes it. He'll run. Shoestring tackle from the defensive lineman. Western Oregon, well done by Court Hammond.
Court Hammond getting out there. Looks like they were going to try to dump it off in the flat, but it was covered very quickly, and the quarterback tucked and ran.
Only 2 yards picked up. It'll be a 3rd and a long 8 yards for the Rams offense. Rotherham calls out the play. He has 3 wide receivers to his right on the top of your screen and plenty of time to throw. And he'll go down into the flat, has a man wide open. And I will tell you, Michael Brown, you have to catch the ball first, because Tony Jones was trying to make reservations for 6, but literally took his eyes off the ball right as it hit his hands.
It looked like something off the video game. The DB came up to hit the quarterback, and the quarterback had a wide open receiver, but he wasn't able to hold on to it.
We're not going to see Flanagan back out for a 3rd field goal attempt. It would be a 48-yarder. Instead, it's 4th down and 7.
Watch for the quick punt.
Rotherham tried to draw him off sides, and he gets the free play. And then he throws a jump ball, and it could come out as a touchdown.
There is a flag on the play, though.
Chisholm, and I think it's going to be on Western Oregon being offsides. Great jump ball thrown here, and Kiki Chisholm
Offside
gets the ball.
On the defense. Number 95. That penalty is declined. The result of the play, touchdown.
Yeah, the quarterback knew they had a free play on that one. They went deep. And with that man-to-man down the field, they were able to make a play and get a touchdown, take this lead in the second half.
Chisholm just comes out guns blazing on the jump ball, twists and turns, keeps his feet, doesn't drag his knee, slams the ball across the goal line, and the Rams now looking to go up 10-0 on the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good, and the Angelo State Rams now leading 10-0 over Western Oregon. We'll be back for more 3rd quarter action coming up on KWVT Channel 17.
Football is back at MacArthur Field with 5 NCAA Division II teams making their way to Monmouth. The 2018 season kicks off September 1st against a new opponent from Texas, Angelo State. September 8th, the Wolves open Great Northwest Athletic Conference play against defending conference champ Central Washington. September 15th, it's Azusa Pacific University. September 29th, Simon Fraser crosses the border. And October 20th, homecoming festivities take place against Humboldt State. Go to woolwolves.com/tickets and get your seats today for Western Oregon football.
Alrighty, everybody. 13 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, and Western Oregon's bend but don't break defense just got broken by Kiki Chisholm on the jump ball from quarterback Rotherham, who throws a jump ball out to his big wide receiver, giving Angelo State now a 10-0 lead. Just picking up on a score, Eastern Washington hosting Central Washington, the number 9 Division II ranked team, who will be here next week to play Western Oregon, trailing 34-13 at Eastern Washington. Anderson trying to get to the outside, leapfrogs a few players. And Flanagan, I don't know, maybe he's going to pick up his thing. I couldn't figure out, I thought he was going to go yell at the referee, but good field position.
If the way the game's been going thus far, big play to come out the half for Angelo State with a big return. Now it's our turn, Western Oregon's turn, to drive the ball down the field and score a touchdown, I think.
Ty Curry now. Back out to start the second half. Good field position at the 43-yard line. Goes straight to the air, leading his receiver to the ground. It should be a caught ball by Sweet. Fortunately, they're saying he was on the ground.
The ruling on the field is the ball hit the ground. Incomplete pass. Second down.
You see on the replay, we'll see if he looks like he should have gotten credit for that one. It comes out a little bit at the end there, so the ref decided to call it an incomplete pass.
Mack will be at the bottom of your screen wearing number 8. Fortier in the backfield along with Curry. Looking to put together a sustained drive with multiple first downs. Fortier makes his first player miss, but Angelo State pretty much immovable force on their front four right now when it comes to the rushing attack of Western Oregon. Ryan Reynolds into the game wearing number 13.
Yeah, as they run this option on that play, 2 or 3 defensive linemen just getting into the backfield right away, nowhere to go on that play. Setting up another 3rd and long.
Western Oregon 1 of 6 in the first half on 3rd down conversions. They find themselves in a predicament at 3rd and 9 now. Curry tucks and runs, has the room to go. A great block by Mack, springs Curry, and Curry can't stop himself as he almost actually ran into where the kicker's practice netting is on the sideline.
As you see, he realizes right away he was trying to go to Thomas and decides to just take off. Thomas with a great block down the field, springing him for a little bit, few more yards there as he jumps over that kicker's net.
Looks like Fortier and Nico Jackson are going to join Curry in the backfield. Inside Rams territory, a little option pitch will go out to Fortier, and Fortier is met by 2 defenders.
But like his effort, there was a defensive end that had contained there, but he was able to break it and gain a few more yards there where it should have been at least a no gain or a loss.
Hunter Kyle forcing him out of bounds. Hunter Kyle responsible for the interception for the Rams defense in the first half that led to the field goal that put the Rams on the board first. 2nd down and 8. Early in the 3rd quarter here from MacArthur Field in Monmouth, Oregon. And it's going to be an early timeout from Western Oregon.
Timeout.
And their offense will step away for a short break, and we'll be back for more 3rd quarter action here on KWVT, Channel 17. Coaching staff of Western Oregon not seeing things that they like from the offense early here in the 3rd quarter. It's 2nd down and 8 on the 38-yard line. Expend a early timeout trailing 10-0. And you kind of do get the sense, Michael, with as good as Angelo State's defense has played as well, you cannot afford to probably give up many more points this afternoon based on Western Oregon's catalog of offensive, I'd say, ineptitude so far as Curry goes deep and a receiver over the top. And he might get the penalty if they don't think he turned back, but
yeah, you see he wants to go deep, and it's a man-to-man situation down there, but they just can't connect again. You like the attempts all the time, and he had some time on this play, but it's just not a completely accurate pass to where the receiver was.
Needs to lead the receiver out a little bit more, put some more air underneath it. Western Oregon and their 3rd down woes continue at 3rd and 8. Curry with a little slingshot out to Ryan Reynolds, the safety valve. And there is something about Ryan Reynolds that's already infectious. It might be because he's small, but he seems to be in the right place at the right time.
You think Ty Curry's about to take off, but he sees somebody break open, and he gets it down to Reynolds. And Reynolds quick down the field, able to get another 1st down.
That's an exciting play, maybe more for Ty Curry, that he gets away from the pressure, changes the basically angle of release, finds his safety valve, in Reynolds and first down and threatening to score for the first time maybe today. Fortier has nothing. And we want to talk about a one-man wrecking crew, and you might want to shadow him the rest of today. Marcus Jones. That guy now has 3 tackles for loss and 2 back-to-back sacks in the first half.
Yeah, we've heard his name a lot today. He's been able to clog up that middle. He's big compared to everybody else out there, and he's able to control the game right now.
Only a loss of 1 in the play, 2nd and 11. Ball on the 22-yard line, and the Wolves' offense has been held scoreless this afternoon. Curry, with time, backpedaling, throws it, and just leads his receiver enough. And, Mike, the fundamentals there is he has a good enough arm to throw that ball, but doesn't really plant his feet, ends up on his back foot there, and the ball gets away from him.
Yeah, it's interesting. It seems like he's trying to make that same pass where he's trying to drop it in there. It was a great play setup. The receiver looks like he's going to the sideline. It ends up running a wheel route, but just couldn't connect again. They're running some great plays. It just haven't got the connections yet.
Maybe a chance for what we've been waiting all afternoon today to see. Thomas Wright, 6'6", will be a primary target in this area of the field. As Curry keeps his eyes down the field, he's sacked. 22-yard line is where the offense started this particular play, now backed up to the 29-yard line. Will we see Saldana here on 4th down and trying to get 3 points? Or does Arn Ferguson roll the bones and say, hey, we need to keep this drive alive and see if we can get 6 on this drive, if not 7. Saldana's on the field.
Trying to get it within 1 scoring possession.
Cantola will do the holding. Down, Saldana's got a low driving kick. Arms go up, and it is good, and finally Western Oregon on the board. Now, trailing 10-3. More action coming up on KWVT, Channel 17. For the first time we can say this season, Western Oregon scores some points behind Adrian Saldana's right leg. He'll draw the Wolves within a touchdown.
Which is respectable, as the way the game's been going, scoring no points so far. At least they were able to get some points on the board after Angelo State scores that touchdown on their first drive of the second half.
Rams come out and open up the second half on full attack mode and go up 10-0. Western Oregon behind a nice return from Curtis Anderson and some timely running from Ty Curry and a nice catch by Ryan Reynolds. Wow, the Rams will run it out again deep from their own end zone, and this time they will pay.
I think that's the one they say it's a mistake. The coaches might say that's a mistake.
Well, it's funny, when he paused this time, it's like he thought about it. The first time he knew he got away with it, and he obviously had the great run back to start the second half. But on that one, he was like, yeah, I don't think there's anything but a mistake there. Good news for Western Oregon is the Rams offense will start on their own 15-yard line.
First and 10, Angelo State.
Rotherham back in the field. He inherited these quarterback responsibilities as a graduating senior left. He's also seen time today being split between him and Payne Sullins. Heiberger definitely in on the play there, taking down the grouping of players.
Yeah, they just try to run a counter up the middle, but stopped by the defense for just a short gain of about 4 yards.
Proctor was in on the tackle as well. Rams go to the air, and I think you're gonna get a penalty flag here. You kind of felt the Ayo was definitely being draped over there by the defensive back, and I think it's going to be a fairly easy call for the referee.
Once he calls that one out.
Gerald Sena, number 99.
Pass interference on the defense, number 24. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
Clear audio that that was a penalty. I heard that loud and clear from the referee. First down and 10 for the Rams offense, now operating from their own 35-yard line, leading by a touchdown, 10-3. Rotherham going up over the top. He tries to take the lid off. See if he can get something going too. Penalty flag on the ground again.
Yeah, I think Curtis Anderson might have come up injured on that play, though, unfortunately. The safety comes.
Ineligible receiver downfield. On the offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
He was a safety coming over the top to try to help on that coverage, which he did well, but he came up limp at the end of that play.
Looks simple to me. It looks like it could be a little bit of an ankle. Maybe knee, but they're taking a look at him now. He's got training staff with him there. 1st and 15 after the ineligible man downfield penalty. Rams show Bibbs in motion. First time I've seen that actually today. And Rotherham has nowhere that he can put that football.
Yeah, the WOU defense was taking care of that play. They read it completely, and he had to get rid of it. He just dumped that ball off.
Looks to be a left foot, knee, leg injury, potentially cramp, not sure. But Anderson being attended to on the sideline. Heiberger now on the right side of your screen. No pressure coming from that side. Quick completion out to the sideline for the Rams offense will give them second down and about 5 or 6 yards. Good to see Curtis Anderson right now walking under his own power. Helmet is going to go back on, and it looks like he wants to get back on the field. Dangerous play there from Rotherham as he was behind his receiver on that play. Ball is dropped, and that was actually 3rd down. It'll bring up 4th and 5, and the Rams offense might have to punt this ball away.
It looks like they were going to Larry Johnson again, but the ball was behind him. And a good stop by this Western Oregon defense after giving up a touchdown drive in the last drive for Angelo State.
Ryan Reynolds has had his name called a few times today. Lucky number 13 sitting right now about his 16 or 17 yard line awaiting the punt. And they have learned their lesson potentially about him early on. They have not kicked it anywhere near him. As the Rams defense downs the ball inside the 20-yard line, Western Oregon goes back to work after their first scoring drive of the season on their previous possession. Ty Curry and the offense for Western Oregon will come out and see if they can tie this football game. 82 yards to go to get a score. Angelo State impressive basically in all facets of the game today, traveling well and leading this game by 7 midway through the 3rd quarter. Curry finally steps into a ball, and I'll tell you, that is a really good sign. That's the first time he looked like a quarterback to me that knew exactly what he wanted to do on a play.
And it turned into a penalty, which will give them a first down and some good yardage on this play.
It was for Thomas Wright, Michael, but I'll tell you what I saw there, and it's one of the most amazing things. I mean, people that play the position of quarterback naturally pretty athletic, and they think they can throw the ball.
Pass interference on the defense, number 9. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Dickerson Jr. will pick up the infraction. But what I saw him do is he finally planted his foot and actually threw the ball and really followed through with a lot of pace. And he knows he has a receiver who has a great frame to catch the ball in Thomas Wright. Moves the ball to the 33-yard line. Curry now going to pitch it on the option. Somewhat of a dangerous play, Michael, but Nico Jackson is forced out of bounds, but he does pick up a few yards.
At least it's a positive gain. You're just hoping to break one of these open one of these times. They've been close, but again, the defense being able to step up.
Anything you see from the Rams, anything you see from the Rams defense, Michael, that, I mean, there hasn't been any cutbacks. It just kind of seems like if you're they seem to be able to cover north, south, east, west pretty well.
Yeah, like across the board. They're very tough up front and very fast around everywhere else.
Curry now with a little bit of play action. He's going to look over the middle, does have a man open, and finally Wright has it. The big 6'6" slender target takes the ball down near the 20-yard line.
But there are 2 penalties on the field.
You got to be kidding me with this.
Yeah, they finally get a good look open up the middle. But unfortunately, we'll see what the penalties are.
Well, they're not moving in the direction you want them to.
I think there might be 2 different ones.
Ineligible receiver downfield. On the offense, number 72. 5 yards from the previous spot. Repeat, second down.
Or both people saw the same thing there.
Ron Rose called as an interior lineman for being an illegal receiver downfield. I got to tell you, that one might hurt a little bit later on, because they've been waiting for that all day to find that little crease with that play action to get the ball to Thomas Wright, and Curry catches him in stride and allows for yards after the catch, which is a receiver's dream. Now it is second down and 12, back on Western Oregon's 32-yard line, trailing 10-3. Curry's going right back up over the top again. He's out on the right side this time. He'll check down, and not a bad little play right there. Nico Jackson showing a nice little wrinkle in his offensive game, not just running the ball, but becoming a threat as a receiver as well.
Yeah, as that play started to break down a little bit, you see Curry looking down the field, almost is about to run again, but just as the plays he's made earlier in the game, somebody comes open, Nico Jackson, able to get a very short attempt.
This is beautiful, beautiful 3rd and 1. I don't know when Western Oregon hasn't had 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, or 3rd and double digits. Play clock is rolling down. Late substitution coming for Western Oregon. Already burned 1 timeout. And in this situation, this could be very costly later in the game.
Got timeout. Western Oregon.
Western Oregon burns a precious second timeout with 6:20 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be back for the 3rd down and 1 play after these messages on KWVT. All right, everybody. Pivotal play coming up here in the third quarter. Want to mark our clocks here at 6:20 in the third quarter. It's 3rd and 1, Western Oregon on its own 42-yard line, trailing by a touchdown. They've had to burn a second timeout because they do realize that possession of the football in this game today, based on how the defenses are playing, this is a serious matter. Ty Curry will have everything at his disposal, and I have a feeling will be calling his own number potentially here on this play. Single wide receiver at the top of your screen. They'll hand it off, and all the penetration you needed to see. And I don't know, Michael, I really, in that situation, I think I would have let Ty Curry make the decision.
Yeah, either they're being stubborn, they want to still try to get that ground game going, but there's just so much penetration.
Number 14 for Angelo State must sit out for 1 play for losing his helmet.
And they have this plan by Angelo State to have the helmets come off and just slow the pace of the game just a little bit on this other side, I guess. But
Western Oregon offensively kind of now is stubbed their toe a few times in crucial situations, and now find themselves having to punt the ball away. Almost blocked. Very, very.
Yeah, I think that end, if he would have actually rushed, he might have been able to get to that, but he was just kind of taking his time to get back there.
Angelo State and their offense are going to have the ball back and leading by 7 points with good field position, and what I kind of feel like very close to having the momentum in the football game now.
Yeah, another score, this could really possibly get sloppy and bad, but again, the defense has been there the whole time. The last scoring drive they had great field position on that drive, so not as good as what they have right now.
Payne Solons comes back into the football game. Interception from an interior lineman. Literally threw it right into Tyler Wharf with the interception.
Yeah, and we've heard his name a lot today. Fantastic play by the defense to make a stop when they needed a momentum change.
Sometimes I want to think that like the commentating is like responsible for like, you know, why it happens, but maybe Western Oregon just took that momentum and gave it right back to themselves right there.
No, I was trying to ruin Angelo State's free throw free throw streak right
Jinx.
now.
I mean, no, very timely play. Curtis Anderson now and Tyler Wharf with interceptions. Now Solons and Rotherham have both thrown interceptions this afternoon. First down and 10 for Western Oregon on the 34-yard line. And again, I mean, I don't think you have to abandon it, Michael, but I think it's time for Western Oregon maybe to say, hey, we don't have it today.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do on that, other than just trying to, you know, control the time of possession, the tempo, so Angelo State isn't out there with their offense most of the time. But yeah, running up the middle hasn't worked thus far.
Curry and Wright. Look for Wright on the bottom of your screen. Curry now in the pocket, throwing off his back foot, just gets rid of it. And I got to tell you, one of the things I'm seeing so far in the progressions for Ty Curry, Michael, is he seems to get fixed on one side of the field.
Yeah, he was looking to the opposite side that he threw to, and nothing was happening. He did have time to look through his progressions, but Thomas wasn't able to get separation on the far side, and then he threw the ball away, essentially.
Interesting combination to see Ryan Reynolds and Thomas Wright together on the right side of this formation. 3 wide receivers on the right side, 2 up top, empty backfield. Curry finds somebody open, and it is Mack for the first down. And there's nothing better, Mike. Oh, they give it to him?
It looks like a little bit short.
Nothing better, though, for a receiver to catch the ball when he's actually in stride.
When he's in stride and sees open field in front of him, fortunately for Angelo State, the defensive back was able to get his hand down there and cause a 4th down here.
Saldana would have come on for a 51-yarder, but it'll be Ty Curry at 4th and 2, Western Oregon. And who finally catches a ball? Caleb Tingstead. I've been waiting for it.
We've been waiting for it all day. He's able to run down there for 4 yards, stop, and Curry finds him and gets that 1st down. Keep the drive going for Western Oregon.
Somewhat impressed, Michael. I got to tell you, around the 7-minute mark, I had some concerns that Western Oregon was fatigued, they were tired, and they'd taken a pretty big punch. But right now, they're trying to tie this game up, and Curry now flushed out, has a man open. Ryan Reynolds, touchdown Wolves! 22-yard lightning strike, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, another play where Curry had time and was able to just let the receivers work their way down the field. And as he worked his way outside the pocket, Reynolds came open, and he finds him down about the 5-yard line. The rest was up to Reynolds.
Talk to me about that. It feels like it's a drag, right? I mean, they're just dragging everything.
He's waiting to see something. All of a sudden, Reynolds pops open, and he knows that's a touchdown right when he throws that ball. I guarantee it.
Beautiful, constructed play. The extra point is up and good. We have a tie football game. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left here. We'll be back for more third quarter action on KWVT, Channel 17. Have scored 10 unanswered points. An Adrian Saldana field goal, followed by a Ryan Reynolds touchdown.
It's been an even matchup the whole day. Granted, sometimes it's just momentum changes, but where it looked like Angelo State could have started to pull away with this one. Yeah, exactly. Western Oregon making some plays and tying this game up. Fantastic.
Ty Curry now getting a little bit more ground underneath him, a little bit more composure, slowing things down. And let's see if they bring it out again. Not this time.
No, yeah, when he got to the 15-yard line the last time, he decided this time we might as well take the field position. The special teams across the board for Western Oregon has played really well, except for one missed field goal. They've done their job most of the day.
Kudos to Jason Slowey and the linebacking core and anybody on the defensive unit today to holding Angelo State, and you can tell a very quick, very fast and physical team to 10 points. Finally, offense responding in kind with a field goal and a touchdown here in the third quarter to tie this game up. Quarterback option or keep. Solons will go off the right side and pick maybe 4 or 5 yards up.
And they're right back at the line of scrimmage again, ready to run another play.
Going to be short of the first down.
Carried by Nathan.
I was going to say, Nathan has carried quite the workload today.
Gain of 4, 3rd and 1, Angelo State.
It's a penalty flag on the far side of the field, Michael. Don't think it's going to be against Western Oregon.
Formation probably, unless there's some sort of encroachment, but looks like a formation penalty.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat, 3rd down.
Check out the big brain on Michael calling the formation penalty. Well done.
That penalty where they threw the flag, it tends to be what that is.
3rd and 6 will back the ball up to the Rams' 25-yard line, and Western Oregon's defense a chance now to get the offense back on the field. Solon steps up. He'll find his receiver wide open. Ayo is going to pick up the first down yardage.
Yeah, they dropped back 8, and there was no rush on that play. Allowed the receiver to find some time, get open, get that first down.
Nathan now trying to get to the outside. Late penalty flag being thrown from the back judge. The tackle was made, if we can. Quite a serious whistle on the field.
Yeah, you see they're running that option look play, and as he gets to the outside, he gets tripped up.
Joey Ruse with the shoestrings. Rams are definitely moving in.
Holding. Number 78 of the offense. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. Repeat, 2nd down.
Andre Gillette, the best a man can get, the second penalty. Yeah, sometimes you got to channel your inner Chris Berman.
Oh, for sure.
Correction, 1st down. Repeat, 1st down.
1st down and 20. Ball moving back to the 36-yard line. Man in motion for the Rams. Sullins will move in that direction as well. He surveys the field. He'll decide to keep it. Puts his shoulder pads down, and very physical run from the quarterback.
Yeah, and as he gets to the outside, the linebackers just doing their job, staying in their area, and it's I believe Weber able to make the tackle on that play, setting up a 2nd and very long again.
They gave him 4 yards on the carry. Sullins trying to maybe draw Western offside. Looks to the sideline. They'll change the play up. Sullins is going to go airborne again. He steps into it. Finds a receiver there. Curtis Anderson almost broke up the play.
Yeah, he read it really well. It was just a fraction of a second late. They were able to make that completion. As you see right here, he throws it out there. Tried to rip it out there at the end of the play, but couldn't do it, so it sets up a 3rd down here.
3rd and 6 on the 40-yard line. Pressure being shown by the Wolves. Solon steps into a throw, and receiver was open, and they're going to call a penalty on Western Oregon. Ayo, the intended target, and the infraction will go to Micaiah Lee.
Yeah, as they're throwing that, he does have some contact, but it's pretty close to.
Oof.
It's pretty close on that one, and they're talking it over right now. We'll see what the call is.
Can tell how integral a part Curtis Anderson is going to be of this team.
Prior to the pass. Holding on the defense, number 25. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Derek Parnell.
Number 33 for Western Oregon must sit out 1 play for losing his helmet.
You know, everybody kind of has a designated player, but watching Anderson, you can tell that he's the one talking to the referees about what he's seeing on the field. He definitely is in their ear about something. So maybe look to see for some adjustments there on Western Oregon side right now. Ball now in Western Oregon territory on the 49-yard line. Solons will keep it himself after faking the handoff and pick up a few yards.
And again, that middle of the defense, Isaiah Molden, father time on defense, able to control the line of scrimmage again and hold it just a 2-yard gain.
Heading into 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. Great individual run by the Rams starting tailback today.
Yeah, as they run that almost
Tyrese
Statue
Nathan.
of Liberty type play. And he makes a lot of moves around, dodging a bunch of Western Oregon defenders.
Very patient run from the running back. They'll reward him with another carry. He runs off the right side looking to get yards and does.
Yeah, as this defense is out there for a little bit longer, the holes start to widen a little bit more. And he's taking advantage of it, moving up the field right now for a 6-yard gain on that play, 7.
Very manageable second down play here. Solons might take a crack at the end zone here. It's 2nd and 2. And he's looking on the left side now. He tucks and runs. Gets it in his left hand to try to make sure that nobody can get that ball away from him.
And it looked like Ayo was open for a second there, but he decided to hold the ball himself, work his way down the field, and just try to get that first down, which he did.
First down yardage as the ball will move to the 19-yard line, and the Rams offense threatening to score in the red zone. Solons orchestrating a nice drive here. Game tied at 10, the handoff.
And it go again, Molden with the penetration again, able to slow the play down just enough to let the rest of the defenders get back there and make a tackle.
First time today, Michael, we were able to see Ronald Winston in the game. Kind of a Mack truck looking of a running back, but nothing there. Third quarter ends, and it is deadlocked at 10. Exciting fourth quarter action coming up here.
Welcome back to the game at the beginning of the fourth quarter here.
Sorry, I'm just dealing with some technical difficulties. You know, we're getting out all of these wrinkles here. Exciting game, Michael Brown. I mean, 10-10. I mean, there was a moment there, like I said, in the third quarter. I needed to take some anxiety, medication. I thought there. I just wasn't feeling it.
Well, after we're used to last year's games is what we remember the most, where the games did start to get out of control for Western Oregon. They got behind early, or as the game went along, they started to get beat down. But today they were able to make a stand, and now we have a game going into the fourth quarter, which is what all the fans want here on the opening day of the season.
Yeah, nice thing again for the community that they did here. They don't have the students here, Michael, until we have our game on the 29th. So they opened up the game, free admission, and the crowds are they're good. They've been attentive. They've been in this game and really been treated to some very good defensive football, and honestly, maybe a handful of really nice offensive plays. And right now, you hate to say it, it probably comes down to who makes the least amount of mistakes here in this fourth quarter will come out with the victory. Second down and 12 on the 21-yard line. Solons will hand it right back. But I am ultra impressed right now with the defensive line at Western Oregon. I mean, they're able to basically very laterally, they seem to be very in cohesion. They don't seem to let you have any pocket to breathe at all.
Yeah, you see the penetration each time.
Solons now steps into one, and it is tipped. And he took a vicious hit at the end, perfectly timed on the rush.
And he might be happy that he got tipped, because there were 4 defensive backs in that area the receiver was at, and that might have been a turnover had that ball got down the field.
Well, here we go. This is going to get interesting, Michael. Right now, Connor Flanagan has already got himself a nice field goal, looking to add to his total and see if the Rams can open up the fourth quarter with a field goal and see if they can get their lead back. Flanagan's got plenty of leg, but the signs are no good and wide right. 14-28 here in the fourth quarter, and Western Oregon's going to come right back out here. And you know what, Michael? This is a real interesting time for Western Oregon and Ty Curry. I think now is that time. Hey, let's feel ourselves a little bit, because I think they got it out of their system with the Reynolds touchdown.
Yeah, again, if they could stop the turnovers, stop the penalties, they've been very close. All they have to do is start connecting, get on a drive, get some momentum, and they could take over the game at this point with this position they're in right now.
Little trips formation here on the bottom of the screen, Michael. Haven't quite seen that formation. Probably a little bit of a pick play here, maybe a screen opportunity. And it looks like that was they were excited to run that play. They definitely got some positive yards out of it, but that was well executed.
Yeah, that bunch on the bottom of the screen, it leaves the defensive backs having to question where everybody's going to go, and they're able to get a 4 or 5 yard gain. Just as good as a run. The run game hasn't been working, so you take these short pass plays in order to get the drive going down the field.
Pass a little tall for Sweet there, but he does pick up 6 yards and gives Curry in this offense a little bit more room to operate. Fortier goes into the flat, and Fortier, a good, nice little wrinkle. Like I said, he turns it upfield. He'll get first down yardage, and you could just feel it on the touchdown. It's time for them to really open up the playbook now.
Yeah, you see him just running out to the flat, gets him some speed and momentum going down the field so he can make the defensive backs moves, able to run down the field for a first down. It's a fantastic play.
Haven't seen Evander Willingham out there much, but you have some news about him at tight end. They're excited about his play, potentially number 48.
Yeah, he's all offseason, everybody's saying he's very much an athlete, a very athletic player that they want to see big plays from. It's just him learning the offense and figuring out where to be on the field at the right time.
Curry actually looking both ways and decides to come left, gets his shoulders squared up. And again, there's things I'm seeing out of Curry right now that say that whatever they talked to him at halftime, it registered.
For sure. He's looking down the field, trying to find an open receiver. He takes a chance at that play. Unfortunately, just a little bit underthrown, but he does look very comfortable on the field right now.
Thomas is at the bottom of your screen. Again, you expect at some point during the season to see some breakout performances from him, and he's being looked at. Curry looks it right into him. Won't go down easy, will he? Nice play right there. Really felt Thomas Wright was calling his own number. He said, get me the football.
Yeah, he was saying in the offseason, players look at him, they see him tall and lanky, they don't think he's fast, but he's very, 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 at least quick, I'll say for sure. And he has that power on that stiff arm just now to move up for a 7 to 8 yard gain.
Again, in the second half, Michael, we're seeing this Western Oregon offense in third and manageable situations at 3rd and 2. Curry is going to pass, goes right underneath. Just a little much on the heat there, a little bit too much for Reynolds.
Yeah, and there's 2 receivers in that same area, which seemed a little bit off, like somebody ran the wrong route on that one because he was open, but the quarterback had to hesitate. It's messed up the timing on the play, and we sets up a 4th down.
So Nate Osborne's had to do plenty of kicking this afternoon. We'll try to get a one. Last one, almost, he said if the lineman would have rushed at all, would have been able to block the kick. Osborne standing at about his 28-yard line. Will kick it away. Good high kick. And a great bounce for Western Oregon as they will down it around the 12-yard line. About a 46-yard punt. That was nice.
I think they need to learn a play where the players all act like it hits one of the players on the opposing team and try to sell it to the refs on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, poor sportsmanship and all that.
I think they call that Bush League.
Just back in the old days.
Well, since Angelo State got that 10 on the board, they've been held scoreless by Western Oregon's defense, who's been opportunistic with a couple of interceptions today. Will they get another? Big hole. Heiberger will eventually take down.
Yeah, they run that sweep play again, but this time it actually opens up. But they're right back on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Nathan is just proven to have a ton of energy today.
They figured something out on that play for the last couple of times. Last couple of drives, they've been running that same type of action, and it has been positive for them.
Third play inside of about 20 seconds, Michael. It's pretty impressive. Rotherham now is back at quarterback. Ayo gets another reception and picks up another first down. Ball now out to the 40-yard line, and the Rams clicking here. Nathan with what I would consider to be as close to a Barry Sanders-like move as I've seen in a long time. He made somebody miss real bad.
Yeah, and as the defender got in the backfield and could have made a play for a loss, he just stopped on a dime and then cut his way back the other way, close to a first down.
9 yards on the pickup. Bibbs is taken down by Anderson.
Flags all over the place on that play. Weber on the tackle down the field if it holds up. Legal man downfield.
How many though? I mean, there's been 3 or 4 of them today.
Well, on that play, it looked like he was about to tuck it and run, and when that happens, it takes so long for that play to develop. The offensive lineman decided to run down the field. It's a block downfield. The play shouldn't last that long. Unfortunately for Western Oregon's defense, sets them back instead of a big play.
2nd and 6. Rams will be on their 44-yard line. And Nathan just comes right back out and picks up the first down like it's nothing.
Again, that same counter action up the middle. Trap blocks up the middle and enough to get a first down.
Nathan again showing great patience on that play, but he'll be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Angelo State decided to just keep running the same play until Western Oregon stops, so we'll see what they change up till now.
10.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter in a tie football game. Season opener for both teams. Central Washington coming next week to Monmouth, but right now the Rams and Bibbs on a little wide receiver screen cannot be tackled and picks up a chunk of yardage, 25 yards to be exact.
A lot of hands on hips right now. Everybody's tired on the field. And when he's able to cut back against the motion of all the defenders going one way, he's able to get a big play off of that.
Big day for Tyrese Nathan in the backfield, Michael. I mean, really big day. 18 for 115, averaging 6.4 yards per carry.
And it wasn't as much early that they were doing that, but they've realized that they can kind of work this same kind of offensive plays, and it's been very positive for them on this drive.
2nd and 6, threatening early are the Rams here to take the lead back. Finally a breather as somebody other than Tyrese Nathan was carrying the ball. Ronald Winston back in the game for the second time this afternoon. 3rd and 1. Rams offense back up early, ready to go. Sure that's not Jerome Bettis? Good golly, man.
With them going with this wide open offense with 4 receivers or 5 receivers, the defense doesn't have as many guys in the middle, and they're just tearing it up the middle right now, just taking advantage of not having enough guys to defend the run.
Rotherham been fairly efficient today, but he'll give it right back to Tyrese. Hold on a second. Far judge and the near judge both indicating touchdown. So the ball must have broken the plane completely before ball hit the
Ruling
ground.
on the field is the ball crossed the plane of the goal line in control of the player. The result is a touchdown.
Yeah, you see him run right up the middle, breaking tackles. There's about 3 people on Western Oregon that had hands on him, but no wrapping up, and he's able to run right through the middle, score the touchdown.
Tyrese Nathan picks up the touchdown to go along now with 19 carries and 124 yards. And a missed extra point, Michael Brown. We'll be back for more exciting fourth quarter action on KWVT Channel 17. Welcome back to Monmouth, Oregon. 8:43 in the fourth quarter in a very interesting opening football game as Angelo State coming all the way from, got a couple hours away from San Antonio to visit Western Oregon, leading 16-10, but a missed point after attempt now could loom very large. Anthony Bradley back deep, transfer from Sacramento, has the ball on the far right side with his golden cleats, and he just got rocked and stood up.
Yeah, it looked like he saw an opening and he thought he was going to be able to get down there.
I felt that here.
Special teams wanted to make a play for Angelo State after that missed point, but Western Oregon does get the ball on the 30-yard line. 28-yard line.
Yeah. 4-tier suite. Mack, Thomas, and Tingstead are all your receivers. Curry will go back to work. (19 of 33), and he's very lucky he didn't throw an interception there, but 19 of 34 for 171 yards, a touchdown, and an interception in this game.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to take complete control of the game. There's been plays like that that just slow down the offense. Can't get any momentum going when plays like that.
Encouraging statistic on the 19 receptions, 10 different people have caught the football. Curry flushed out, and he cannot get rid of the football, and he will put Western Oregon where it seems like they've spent the majority of the afternoon, Michael, and that is in third and not manageable yardage.
Yeah, the DBs for Angelo State just controlling the game. Nobody's getting open. Forces Curry to try to make a play, but get solid D across the board. Nothing opening for him.
Curry looking at the sideline, slightly confused. Western Oregon, unfortunately, having to use 2 timeouts, and in that third quarter now will have to nurse this final timeout, trailing by 6. Curry stepping up in the pocket, and he is, I'll tell you, and you know who made the tackle. I mean, Marcus Jones. I'll tell you, Angelo State has got some very good football players.
For sure. If he's not seeing anybody open down the field, I don't like to question the quarterback very often, but I'm wondering if he's trying to run too quickly and didn't trust his offensive line to give him a little bit more time to find an open receiver there. But either way, the defense has been solid the whole entire day.
3rd and 13, make it 4th and 13. Osborne will have to kick it away. End over end, barely getting to, and getting a favorable Angelo State bounce. In fact, the Rams will get the ball back now on the 43-yard line of Western Oregon. And already up by 6, Mike, you kind of know, like this is kind of the moment of the game for Western Oregon's defense.
The one good thing about the way Angelo State runs their offense, a 3 and out only would take 10 seconds off the clock. So, I mean, there is a possibility. The defense has been playing well. They can get the ball back very quickly.
Warp speed. No kidding. 7:10 remaining. 1st and 10. I don't think anybody that is a fan of the football team, the Angelo State Rams, is ever going to be unhappy if they see Tyrese Nathan carrying the football.
Yeah, and since they found this play, this type of play they've been running, it's been very successful in the second half. And now they will work the clock.
They are, yeah. Under 25 seconds on the play clock. Almost down to 20. Rotherham gets it out to Ayo.
Another time with that play action. Parnell able to just come up and make a good stick. Hold it to a short gain.
3rd and 3.
Where we've been the whole game. It seems like Angelo State's had these 3rd and shorts the whole entire day.
Referees conferring about something. Determining the spot. Instead of 3rd and 3, they've moved the ball 2 yards closer. It's 3rd and 1.
The ruling on the field is the receiver juggled the football. His forward progress was not stopped until the spot where the ball is located at.
Interesting.
Thanks for the explanation. I don't quite understand it, but it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Rams offense. Western Oregon now hanging on and needs a stop. Heiberger encroaching. He comes up, and great penetration from Western Oregon is going to make head coach of the Angelo State Rams have to think.
Well, I think he's sending out his punter with the idea that their defense has played well all day and Western Oregon hasn't been able to get any kind of consistent play. So let's see if we can keep him down near the goal line or inside the 20 for sure.
It's definitely not a loss of yards. So here we go. Will they try to draw offsides and work the clock down? Not much. Kick is away. It is good. And I got to tell you, that is as good a punt and catch as you will ever see from special teams. I mean, that they practiced that.
And it worked out perfectly. Now Western Oregon has 5 minutes to go 95 yards in order to tie this game up or take the lead with an extra point.
Plenty of time. The one timeout's not an issue yet. But what is going to be a decision here, Michael, is going to be the decision-making of Ty Curry. I think it ultimately will come down to what he decides to do with the football, whether he wants to throw it or run it.
It's time for everybody to become the leaders they want to be on this team right now.
Fortier is going to line up in the end zone. Curry, a yard short of the goal line, takes the hike, gives it to Fortier, and Fortier will get some breathing room and move the ball close to the 10-yard line.
That's all you want out of a play like that, just at least a 5-yard gain, get you off that goal line. You can pass it again here without having to worry about a safety or a sack or anything like that.
Again, I'd like to see Curry just go for it and call his number if he gets the look that he wants. Curry takes it. He's going to pass. Flushed out to the right. Comes back, throws across his body. Dangerous play, but he has a wide open receiver in Thomas Wright.
Yeah, Thomas Wright coming open there. He throws it across his body. Nobody was close. It's just unfortunate the momentum wasn't going the other way because he could have kept going down the field, but got out of trouble and got a first down. Keep the drive going.
4.5 minutes, and the clock marches on. Western Oregon on its own 18, and Ty Curry, trying to lead his team back to an opening day comeback, is sacked.
And I said earlier, he needs to stay in the pocket a little bit more, find an open receiver, but that's what can happen if he does that as well. So unfortunately, it sets up a 2nd and long. With 4 minutes left.
Western Oregon found themselves in a 10-0 deficit, get a field goal and a touchdown to tie it. Now trailing by 6. 4 minutes, under 4 minutes remaining. And Ty Curry throws a second interception this afternoon. Hunter Kyle with almost, honestly, Michael, 2 identical interceptions just on opposite sides of the field.
Yeah, running that out to the sideline, and there are 2 DBs there. They read it very quickly and were able to jump in there and intercept the ball.
Unfortunate Ty Curry giving the ball back there deep in Western Oregon territory.
Yeah, they had somebody over and under on that play, and it was going nowhere. Ty Curry had to find a different receiver on that play.
Steady dose of Tyrese Nathan probably coming up. Won't call it victory formation, but they don't need to do anything but protect the football, and they have a wonderful chance to steal a road victory. I don't even know if it's steal. I mean, they just really have played their game of football all day, and eventually I think I would say fatigue has been a big part of the fourth quarter.
Oh, definitely. You can see, again, hands on hips across the board. Everybody's tired, but it's been a battle. Both teams, like, everybody's trying really hard. People are making plays on both sides. It's just, so far, it's going Angelo State's way.
First time all day we've seen the Rams let the clock roll this far down. Under 3 minutes going. Tyrese Nathan. You got to be careful here, Michael, because if you don't want to get out of field goal position,
which isn't necessarily anywhere. There has been some inconsistent kicking tonight, so the defense is just hoping to get a stop here and leave it up to the special teams to see if they can keep them in the game with just 2.5 minutes left. They're going to need a stop here and no points.
Somebody hit the switch. It's not tonight. I love you, man. Sunny day out here, Michael Brown.
For my East Coast listeners and watchers.
16-10. Big moment in this football game. 3rd down and 7. The clock continues to roll. 1 timeout. Rotherham gets it up in the air. It is tipped. And right now it would be a 36-yard field goal attempt. And Western Oregon has dodged the bullet of not having to use the timeout, but it'll come down to the foot of Connor Flanagan and how good a snap and hold there is on this play. Sure-handed Tashani Bibbs will take the snap on this play as Connor Flanagan looks to put an exclamation point on the game. And it is no good, wide left. There is still a chance, Western Oregon. 1 timeout, 81 yards, and we've got ourselves a full-blown 60-minute football game, Michael Brown. And you're right, not used to this after a 3-8 season. Here, Western Oregon is with the 70 returning players who now have played almost 58 minutes together.
And the defense has played fantastic all day. They gave their offense a chance to win the game for the team, and that's what the offense has to do right now. It'll go a long way for this whole entire season.
Hard to say this early, but I might agree with my counterpart, Michael Brown. Maybe a defining moment of the early season as Ty Curry can lead his team down the field to a potentially game-tying and then winning touchdown. Over the top, it's caught by Mack. Mack trying to get to the end zone. 1 man to beat. He's inside the 10. He flips. He turns. He's down. Unbelievable. A giant pickup.
The big play they've been waiting for all game. He has time. And Mack breaks away real quick, throws a perfect pass.
Actually, I want to be right about this. Is this number 6? This is Prince.
Oh, my apologies.
No, I want to catch this right. What a great and timely play. Hadn't called his name all day.
Nobody was expecting it. He was able to get down the field, setting up great chance for score.
Nico Jackson in the backfield. He'll get a quick handoff. He'll get to the outside looking for the edge. He'll run it inside the 5-yard line, but it will stop the clock. Maybe a breather for this Western Oregon team. And they have to realize right now they got time.
Oh, they need to use this whole entire clock.
And they've got the timeout.
Yeah, you don't want to give them another chance to score. If this is going to be Western Oregon's game, They need to score
in
less than 30
the
seconds
driver's
left.
seat. I mean,
take the touchdown if it's
exactly.
open.
And you have to think maybe that's going to be what the strategy is going to be from Angelo State. Let him walk the ball in. Ty Curry looking to his right, going over the top. It's for right. All the right moves. Boom! Touchdown. Wolves. Thomas Wright.
Fantastic job by the offensive line to give him that time. Wright just somehow found his way to the back of the end zone, wide open. Curry with a good high pass that only he was going to be able to catch. Touchdown Wolves with extra point to come.
Soldana in for a vital extra point to give the Wolves the lead. The kick is up. The signal is good. Wolves are on top. 1:46 remaining in the football game. 17-16. Don't go anywhere. Exciting conclusion coming up on KWVT Channel 17. I've got the smartest man in the business right next to me, Michael Eugene Brown II, informing me Western Oregon for the first time with 1 minute 46 seconds remaining in the game have their first lead at 17-16. The slimmest of margins, but Ty Curry literally just thrusts Western Oregon down the field on an explosive scoring drive, and now a chance to an opening victory. Squib kick did deflect off one of the Rams players, but they will have the ball back. And here's the important part, Michael. You've got an offense that has got big play capability and all of their timeouts.
For sure. But Western's defense has been fantastic all day. They've controlled the game outside of a few plays. You just hope they can keep doing it. All day, each team has been able to bounce back from whatever problem they had, but we'll see what happens here. Fantastic, great into this game.
1 minute, 44 seconds. Western Oregon now clinging desperately to a 1-point lead in the home opening football game. Rotherham trying to get back early, gets a man over the middle. It is Bibbs, and he has just been a nightmare.
Yeah, it was a play where nobody was covering over the middle. I'm assuming it was a zone, and somehow he was able to slip in the middle there and get a big play.
Rotherham takes his time again. Same exact play and almost the same exact yardage.
Yeah, same situation. We have a player down, so it'll be a stoppage of play.
We'll keep it right here, right now. Michael, I think this is what you kind of like.
My time for an injury timeout.
I think if you kind of fear in a situation like that is you have that feeling of elation, and you still have to go out there and do a job. And on the first two plays, they've put themselves in a position with the timeouts that, they really do control the final 1 minute and 24 seconds of this game.
It's the ping pong match that's happened in this game. When one team does something, so does the other team. Western Oregon was able to make two giant plays down the field to get to that touchdown drive, and now it seems like Angelo State's able to do the same thing. We'll see if Western's defense can get a stop.
Rotherham's thrown a couple of interceptions today. Throwing to the outside. Ayo's going to get it. No. Chisholm. Chisholm picks up another first down, and they are now very much inside the range of Connor Flanagan for a field goal to win this game. Penalty flag is down. It looks like it will be on the Rams. It's an incomplete pass. Heiberger was there.
Offsides on the defense.
Offside on the defense, number 91. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Just gassed. Court Hammond gets called for the offsides. Minute and 3 seconds.
I think after they've run a couple of prevent plays, this might work out better for the defense to actually have to go man-to-man and actually play some defense now. The minute left in the game.
You always kind of had the philosophy prevent defenses to prevent you from winning?
No, I mean, it didn't work this time.
Yeah.
It can if you catch the right plays, but didn't this time.
Western Oregon. That is their third and final timeout.
Western Oregon has to expire all 3 of their timeouts, and this is unbelievable, Mike. Really, there was really no reason to believe probably right around that 4-minute mark that Western Oregon was going to be able to pull this out and actually have a lead, which they've only had now for 43 seconds. The ball on the 16-yard line. It's first down and 5 after the penalty. And the Rams really can do just about anything they want on this next set of play calls.
For sure. And they could just work the clock down if they trust in their kicker, who has missed 2 field goals and an extra point today. But it would be a redemption story for him to kick a winning field goal.
Correct.
And from that first kick he had at the beginning of the game, he has the range, he just hasn't had the consistency. So the defense has to make some big plays here. A loss would be fantastic, great for the defense. They have to step up now.
Tyrese Nathan has been an absolute stud and workhorse. Ball goes up. Led the receiver a little bit too much. Not really an opportunity there for the receiver to find an angle to catch that ball. Tate Kennedy, number 19. You'll see him on the upper side of your television screen. Here comes another defensive offsides, unfortunately. Ayo's going to get credit for the touchdown. It'll be 22-17.
Offside on the defense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, it's a touchdown.
And just throwing it down the field, he knew he had a free play there with a defensive player jumping off sides. It stopped half of the defense from continuing. Able to catch that receiver in the back corner of the end zone.
54-second drive to take the lead right back. A 5-point lead, I have to assume. They're going to go for 2 here. Talking with linebacker coach earlier today, Jason Slowey, I asked him, is there anything we should watch for? He said, no, I disagree. I think you'll see some pretty interesting play calling when Western Oregon gets the ball back. Unbelievable to Shawnee Bibbs with the 2-point conversion. It will be 23. Actually, no, 24, pardon me.
Oh, we're back in the same position we were last time.
Yep.
The only difference,
no timeouts.
No timeouts. You don't win a game with a touchdown and an extra point. It'll just tie it and send us to overtime. The overtime on the first game of the season would be nice.
It would seem fitting. And again, we've kind of seen both of these teams now at different times and in different facets of the game trade punches. But right now, Western Oregon definitely feeling the effects of the tempo of this football game. We're not able to do anything on that drive.
Yeah, and again, unfortunately, they were in that prevent, the deep zone, cover 3 zone, something in there, to where they were able to get a couple big chunk plays right away, and they had the momentum at that point. And now Western has to come back and do the same thing. Since we've had 2 scores in the last minute, has been an exciting end of the game.
Ryan Reynolds is back deep with Bradley. And this might be where you see something right off the bat, in my opinion. They don't think, I'll be interested to see what the special teams does here. Rams look to kick it away. A little bit of high hang time, and it's going to give Western Oregon an opportunity to hopefully pick up some big yards. Probably not the play that needed to happen there. It'll be out to the 28-yard line. 47 seconds, Michael. Going to have to make some important things happen here. Going to have to be resourceful with the football where you do throw it so that you can move the chains, set your offense, or get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. And the clock will stop.
Definitely need first downs. Definitely need to get out of bounds, either or. You can't take a sack at this point. If a sack happens, it really does crush any hopes we have here at this point.
Tawan Prince will be on the top of your screen. Big play on the previous drive. Curry going to the air, looking out towards the sideline. Underthrew the intended receiver.
Yeah, trying to get Patton on the sideline. It was a good call. It just wasn't a good connection there.
Got to have a pretty special arm to throw that football.
Definitely. And he's had a couple of great passes like that as the night's gone along, or day's gone along. But in this situation, it's a pretty tough play to make.
Ty Curry at 2nd and 10 on his own 29-yard line. Already staged one big comeback. Does he have another one in him? Oh. Late flag on the play. Dropped pass could be very much, looks like it's going to be wiped away. This could be a penalty on the Rams.
See some upset Western players.
Jake Ray coming off the field was not happy.
Holding on the offense, number 77. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
Burke Albaugh.
I don't understand the declining there, but.
Okay, here we go.
3rd down and 10. No timeouts, trailing by a full touchdown and an extra point. Back up against the wall, had a lead for less than 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Curry is going to go to the air. Great back shoulder catch. Unreal. Tyler Sweet with a back shoulder catch. Western gets the 1st down at the 46-yard line. 34 seconds remaining. Ty Curry looking to get up a big chunk here, and he had his man Tingstead open. I mean,
yeah, Caleb Tingstead was running open down the middle, but he just overthrew him. Got a little bit panicked there as he threw that ball. Saw him start to come open. I don't know if it was nerves or just a bad pass at that one, but unfortunately weren't able to connect.
That does stop the clock. It'll be 2nd and 10. Referees want to confer.
Somebody helmet come off?
Yeah. Ty Curry has had just kind of these little flashes, and you kind of wonder if he's got just that one more gem in him today that allows him to give his offense a chance to score a touchdown. Looking to go very deep, underthrow, intercepted, and the Rams are going to escape with a victory. Pass intended for Tyler Sweet, intercepted by Simon Maxey. Ty Curry is going to go back, and he's going to see
There's a flag on the field, but it might have been a celebration.
A lot of things to work on. There's a lot of promise in this offense, but today Curry took on a lot of responsibility and had moments that looked really, really good, but I think there'll be a lot of opportunity between now and next Saturday when Central Washington comes here to learn.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the intercepting team, number 3, 15-yard penalty will be assessed. That is his first unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, it's unfortunate with the defensive line playing so well for Angelo State. The running game was non-existent for Western today, and it left it up to Curry to have to make the plays.
Correction, it's number 20.
Donovan Jackson called for the unsportsmanlike conduct. Angelo State and the Rams are going to narrowly escape with a victory. I think at times probably thought they had supreme control of this game, even though Western Oregon's defense could really hang their hat on how well they played this game. It always felt like all day the Rams were just one step ahead of Western Oregon, and it comes to be at the end of the game, at the 1 minute and 46 second mark in the 4th quarter, the Wolves were on top for the first time by a single point, but in the span of 54 seconds, the Rams go down and thwart any chance at a comeback victory.
Yeah, it's a bummer end of the game just because it looked like they finally figured it out and were able to take control. But Angelo State deserves it in the long run. They had control of the game most of the time, and at the end when it mattered, they're the ones that made the plays to take the game, take control, and get this win.
Taking a look right now, just using technology and looking at my phone, Mike. Ty Curry, 23 of 43, 276 yards, 2 touchdowns, but responsible for 3 very, very tough interceptions today. I think the good news to see from him today is that he was able to get the ball and basically deploy it to the entire receiving core. I think that's something to really be excited about. Like you were kind of mentioning today, very tough sledding running the ball today.